Welcome to Late Night with SaidFaction.
Hey guys, look what the cat drug in. You just woke up, didn't you? Yep.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Please explain yourself.
We had lasagna for dinner. It was delicious.
Do you have too much?
I ate an
bread?
entire loaf of French bread.
I knew it was the bread.
Also, the phone vibrated. I was like, what the? I looked at the time. Oh, no!
I called and just hung up. I didn't intend on calling you. I was like, I know he's sleeping. I'm just going to actually call his phone.
I slept through a movie. We were watching...
Look at this commitment, folks. He rolls right off the couch.
I'm here, though.
Yeah, you're here.
I'm here. I missed our movie. We were watching Satan.
Oh, man, you missed Satan with the family?
I did. Yes, you could do 6. But hello, everybody. Hello.
Well,
it was good lasagna, though. It wasn't homemade or anything, but it was, from the tray.
What's up, Kyle?
It was quite tasty.
Yeah, and that bread, huh?
Ooh, it was that Safeway fresh baked bread. It's like crusty on the outside, but you pull it apart and it's soft.
It's like eating a little heavenly pillow.
It really is.
A little crunchy heavenly pillow.
And then you lay your head on that pillow. And then you're late for your live stream.
As soon as he popped on, I literally hit start.
You gave me no time.
Nope.
Mr. Eddie, Marco, Groundhog, KOK, Bama Ninja, Cole, Night's Edge, Milton, Neil, Kathleen, Constantine, 5 Door, Dr. Drew Dude,
Hizzy,
Mark Pax,
Mark,
All Might. Good to see you,
Mike.
Paul. So late. Roman, eyes pooping. I'd rather have been pooping. Just don't turn your camera on.
What's up,
Maddie makes it in the turlet. Make him midnight in the turlet. Todd Carrington, hello. We do have a Harbor Freight bucket turlet. That's true.
All right, what was I? I was going to check my settings. How's
Just
my microphone level?
Bando Pix, hello. Did Matt visit the ice caves?
No, God, the ice caves are closed.
Steven knows all about it.
Can't even get out there right now.
Marty Starfish was kissed by the cold toilet water. Poseidon's kiss. Tea fetch. Say here, Joe. Something about Mary. El Cap, how you doing, El Cap?
El Cap.
Help with gadgets.
Sure. Hey.
Kyle. Looks like the rush for spies like us.
Duh.
My first VIP room dance. Ooh, speaking of which, it's time to party, yeah.
Yeah, it's time to party.
One Moon, hello.
Welcome to Sprockets. I am Dita.
It's time to dance like Germans. Henry G, hello. Addicted to blades.
Addicted?
Addicted to blades.
Oh.
Here we go. I'm catching up quick. Steve Clare.
Yo, what up?
Checking in
Yo,
from the
you
car,
went
Idaho.
over east, huh?
Sharif, I'm alive. I gotta send him the thing. Matthew Jeffries, hello. Those are normal glasses on regular sized people's heads. I finally found these, and I ordered them. Bushcraft Rebooted, hello. At Bert's Relic. Federal Harrison eating late night Bojangles. I have a question. What is a Bojangles? Because the second part of that question is more of a statement, but we're getting one here. Is it chicken?
I think Bojangles is chicken. We don't have them up here, but I think it is because there was somewhere we passed a Bojangles somewhere when we were in the South.
Okay. I saw on the news we're getting one. Okay. I'm putting a link in. Sharice
Cowboy
there.
Cheeto Pop.
Cowboy Cheeto Pop. I like that. The Cowboy Bebop. Rowdy Poopington. No explanation needed, but the toilet is clogged right to the street to the third. Now that's a clog. They're known for their tea. All right. Kathleen. Hello. How you doing? Who invited Doc Ock? I was browsing Amazon and I saw these. And I think it was Mimo, or maybe it was Patina that said I needed to bring back my small sunglasses. So I found even smaller ones. It looks like VGen. I need to hear a noise. I should get a leather jacket. Pop my collar. These are actually fun.
You should get a leather jacket.
You would look just like a little German DJ in these. Yes, come here. Josephus.
He is gonna look just like a little-
Jangles. Come here, try him on camera.
It doesn't even fit.
Yes, it does. He looks like the guy that gave Harry Potter his first wand.
He looks like someone that would be selling illegal arms in a Nicolas Cage movie.
Katie.
What?
Katie.
Oh,
You definitely look dastardly.
Hey kid, you wanna buy a Bew Bew?
Oh, that's funny, man.
show.
Yeah, he's looking like Mallory Knox,
Oh, I don't know.
Mickey Knox.
I love these
He looks
things.
45 all of a sudden.
It looks like natural born killers. Oh no. And that fits some of the stuff he says.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
The little henchman from Roger Rabbit.
Yes, yes. He definitely looks like Christopher Lloyd. Oh man.
I'm gonna have so much fun with these bad boys.
Yes.
So much fun. $8 on Amazon? Oh my gosh.
How's everybody's Friday? I heard Javon, he's gonna keep it going after we're done. Javon's on a one-man freaking 24/7 stream.
Is he still on right now?
I don't know. I think he was ending it, but he said he was gonna go on when we're done.
Well, he should come on here so he can keep up his streak.
We should send him a link.
I will.
Did you invite? Did you send it? No, you didn't do anything.
I got Sharif right there.
Oh, well, shit. We gotta just give you the reusable link at this point.
Yeah.
That's an
Before
option
Stevie
now.
goes, though,
Oh,
I do
really? Oh, nice.
I want to talk about one thing before Stevie goes.
I'm not going
Last
anywhere.
night, Stevie went live. I was gonna join you, but you were on a roll. I didn't want to interfere it. But if you guys went to bed, go to the end of the live stream. Amazingness happened.
Yeah.
Like, even just thinking about it, like Stevie had to turn off his camera for a minute.
I did.
Some
Shout out
random
to
some random just came up and was like, "Hey,
Well, if you look at the progression of it,
backflip?"
yeah, he was like, "I'll
Like a
hey,
troll.
if I super chat, will you do a backflip?" And I'm like, "I don't even got any legs." And he goes, "Screw it. Here's $10 anyway." And I was like, "Hey man, that cool. I'm not gonna do a backflip, but I'll tell you what, I am gonna pay it forward and donate it to the Nora Brown Fund." And then just decided to. There was, I don't know, a handful of non-community members in the chat. A couple of them have been coming back. We got all about the beauty. There's something about beauty or something like that.
Yeah.
A Canadian broad that's come back 3 weeks in a row now.
Random.
And so I just started telling, I said, "Hey, I'm going to pay this forward and donate it," and just told the couple of people that hadn't heard it before what it was about. Then he donated another $20. That right there, I was like, man, I was like, that hit me in the feels, dude. Like, good on you. And then the dude came out of nowhere with $100 super chat.
Yeah.
And was like, it was nice meeting you folks. And, just a complete random act of kindness like that. Kind of, it's little things like that. They're like, okay, we're, as a species, we're still doing okay, man.
Yeah.
We're still doing okay.
Random dude just go to a random live, starts out like, "I'll give you $10 for a backflip," ends up donating $125
Yeah.
to a cause that he
130.
nothing.
130.
130.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But it did. It really hit, and
Yeah. It was.
I did have to stop the camera for a minute, man. Like, okay, I'm being a little too. I think I said like I'm being too dramatic or something, but I had to compose myself.
Yeah.
So,
You were not being dramatic.
no, not at all.
So I know that there's plenty of downsides to doing the vertical lives, and they don't always work out. But the Thursday night lives that I've been doing, the live from the honey buckets, I'm turning them around, and they're some of them just come in and bounce, but then some of them come in trying to troll, and then we all mess with them back, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I can hang for a second,"
Yeah.
And then again, you got all about the beauty. Is that what it is? Todd. She's not too far from Todd. And again, 3 weeks in a row. Penguin Penis didn't make an appearance last night, but he's in. There was someone from Cambodia. I mean, allegedly. Then I think we had someone in there that knows the community, because he was saying all the low level trigger words like, he's like, "I got this really cool knife that's got a motorcycle on it from a gas station for $10, and that's all the knife I need." Like, I see what you're doing. But yeah, the live from the honey buckets have been really. I ended up doing 2 hours last night, which normally do like under an hour and a half, and I'm sure it's boring for a while. There's so many people that come in and go, "What is this live all about?" And I'm like, I can't tell you, man. I don't know. But then I took the opportunity, like, hey, for you folks, there's other cool channels here, and introducing them to all the different, people in the chat and whatnot, and so it's been a mostly positive experience.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Mostly positive, and it's just me sitting on my tailgate with the shitter in the background. We hit the not just the hat trick, but we hit the all 5 guaranteed one of 5 things are going to be said during one of these lives. And last night we hit all 5. We got the Walmart Jack Black. We got Seth Rogen. We got Santa Claus.
George R. R. Martin.
George R. R. Martin. And we got Gandalf.
We got Gandalf. Javon, I sent you a link if you wanted to keep your thing going.
Oh, yeah.
And TKE, this isn't just a white shirt. This is keister wear. Protect your
Protect your nuts.
Keister 10. Keister
That
wear.
came from Papa, huh?
Papa Rhino. Shout out Papa Rhino, Mrs. Rhino. But Javon, yeah, I sent you a link if you want to keep your time going.
Happy belated birthday, Papa Rhino. His birthday was on Thursday.
Oh, dang. Happy birthday.
No, they're
Happy birthday.
flamingos, Cap. And if I do have crabs downstairs, I got them from your mom.
Oh.
All right, but if you want to, you guys can come on. I mean, join us anyway. Have fun. Also, Scotch thinks hello.
Scotch is in the house. What's up, Scotch? How
I
goes
need a
it?
little.
Scotch?
You could either be a beatnik from the
Doing some slam poetry.
yeah, exactly, doing some slam poetry, or you could be from like, you know, the future, or think you are kind of like a grandma's boy, wear like a full length trench coat and go like beep beep boop boop. I am from the future.
Oh
You
my!
gotta like spectrum.
I was watching this comedian. I never saw him as a kid, but I guess he was big in the '90s. His name was Zed. And
Yeah.
he was like a robot.
Yeah.
That was good. He did good.
Yeah, dude.
He had he looked plastic. His makeup and his suit, everything looked plastic.
Deuces, Paul.
Heck yeah, crispy.
Gary, that's literally your move.
That is your move, Gary.
That's literally. Oh, oops! I pointed it down at my penis. Oops! I'm just wearing underwear, guys.
One day the underwear won't be there.
You got us like 2 lives in a row with that, Gary. Oh, I didn't mean to point the camera down. Oh.
And the funny thing, he'll turn it off before he points it down. He'll turn it off after he points it down. But it's always on when it goes. Whoop. Sorry, guys.
I will admit, I got a kick out of my when you started doing pocket checks on Wednesday.
You got me on that one. You got me.
I went back and watched that just so I could see your reaction, and I was like, oh, I did get him.
You got me good.
But Maddie's quick though, right? Like that's the problem. He pivoted and rolled into it so fast, you know? Doesn't even give you the satisfaction of like,
Oh, look at that. Rocky got the Phoenix in today.
Yes. Heck yeah, Rocky. You give it a 10.
heck yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you, Rocky. Did you get one with all the red on it? I'm gonna get one of those. Heck yeah, Rocky. Thank you.
Gary, I wasn't insulting you. I kind of want to see your crotch.
No. Did you see that? I was a regular crotch underband, Javon's. That wasn't an insult. Lots of red. Heck yeah.
Oh That's awesome, man. 'Cause that's some of you guys know that's what the original. That's what it was intended.
Yep.
Jay, I can always tell someone's age because the older generation, that's what I get. I get the Wolfman Jack.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing though how there is a regular list of,
GF2.
hey, you look like, but come on, man. So after all the George R.R. Martin stuff, we started talking about it a bunch. It showed up in my freaking.
Well, Kaiser makes it.
It showed up in my feed. I look nothing like that guy. That looks more like Gary.
It does.
Yeah,
Gary
now
than
that
me.
you say that,
That's Gary.
It's like if me and Gary fugged and had a old man baby. But I look nothing like that guy.
no.
A Tempest Phoenix. Ugh. It's not an insult, Gary.
It's not an insult, Gary.
Except when Kyle spins it.
Yeah, you know what's hilarious is Neve's
Oh.
Knife showed up on the live last night. So we thought it was Kara, but it was definitely Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared showed up on the live for a little while.
Ooh, we got double vision.
That was cool to see, man, because, like, bro, he got fucked with the second he walked in the door. Like,
Yeah.
Petita, timeout.
yeah, Petita straight timed him out, like, instantly. Like, hey, welcome. You're in our neck of the woods. Boot.
I have two celebrities walking through the door. Petita says, nah.
No.
ID, sir.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude.
And he loved it, dude. He came back laughing his ass off about it, too, which is great, man.
We do look like, what did Joe say? You can't swing a cat around without hitting a fat man in a beard?
That's the EDC community.
And why is he swinging cats around? But yeah, it's true. Merso, how you doing?
What up, Marcel?
Yeah, last night's stream was amazing.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah,
that was
and I
awesome.
mean, even without that thing, it was still a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I never thought that would have been my gig, going live from the freaking honey bucket. But I'm gonna start wearing my lav mic though, because I think my audio isn't the greatest. So I'm gonna start wearing my lav mic.
Yeah, it'll be a little clearer.
I mean, it started off with the helicopter landing, and
It was
yeah.
cool.
my favorite part, my absolute favorite part, was sitting here like, my favorite airplane is that one. Come back to the tailgate, you sit down, and you're like, he goes, vroom.
Girl. Kyle goes, oh, that's the same sound my din din makes.
Bro, I was crying when you did that.
That was good on Kyle right there. That was spot on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the perfect spot. It's a weird. It literally, like, people show up and they're like, "What the hell are you doing outside of?" That was part of it. Like, hey, this isn't a Honey Dick and title. Like, I'm literally live from the Honey Bucket. But then everybody wants to, like, why aren't you in the Honey Bucket? I said, it's not live from in the Honey Bucket. It's live at the Honey Bucket.
Go inside and eat the poop.
Yeah, people are like, if I pay you, will you dunk your head in it?
I'll give you $2 chat. Will you eat some poop?
That's what I was trying to remember. No, Maddie, with those sunglasses, you look like you could be a character from The Matrix.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Neo.
what I was trying to think of. Like long black leather trench, you know, like leather
And
pants.
he looks like the guy that someone walks in to broker a deal with a Russian guy, and Maddie's the non-speaking Russian computer guy that has to enter all the codes and transfer the money. Maddie's the money transfer Russian guy.
Bro, those are the most versatile sunglasses ever. Like, look how many characters we've created for you.
These are normal size for regular folk.
Look
It
at
takes
the
3
size of that
cows.
boy's heed.
See, I've worn these glasses for like a total of 3 minutes, and it's already brought so much joy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Freaking entire herd.
That is a glitch in the Matrix.
What's up, Neil?
Waldo? I wanted to buy a candle holder, but the store didn't have one, so I got a cake. That's good reason to get the cake.
Nice.
Go.
Honey bucket stickers would be top notch.
Oh,
yeah, I want to do something. I want to do something at this point.
If you do, like, it should have the outhouse in this thing, too.
Well, and I kind of want like the runway in the background and like
Yeah.
actually, you know. So, yeah, I was gonna try to put something together, but
Dude, another one you could do is you could literally have like a pot of honey, and you could have the outhouse like in the honey sticking out of it, like the honey spoon.
yeah,
But that's an easy idea to come up with.
Lincoln Vampire Hunter. What's the name of those glasses?
No,
Let me get you. I'll get you a
but-
link.
no, but he looks more like, hey, Blinken, vampire hunter.
Hey, Blinken.
Hey, Blinken.
No, I said, hey, Blinken. What are you doing up there? Guessing?
Guessing.
I guess nobody's coming.
Oh man, I guess with this hat and everything, never thought of doing that, Kyle.
Here you go. I freaking love these things. They came in a box.
Oh, Paul, you should definitely do that, man. I should definitely put a pickle in the honey bucket.
Culture.
Dude, that's the song you need too. You remember in Super Troopers when they pulled over the 911 and the German couple were in the car?
Oh, yeah.
That you need that song playing in the background.
I was going there too fast, officer.
In my Porsche.
You handcuff me in mine Porsche.
Yes, I was going very. No, what did he say? Like,
It looks like Gerbil's.
I was going very too fast. Yes, yeah, that's what it was. Very too fast.
Who wants a mustache ride? I do. I do.
I love that movie. That movie was their like magnum opus. Like everything else after was not as good, but that one is perfection.
Ground fog, hello.
You are tripping, man.
It used to be shithouse. Good change. Good change. I touched it.
Honey Bucket Incorporated presents
Bro, I was just thinking,
Christmas special.
oh man, dude, Stevie, if you ever had your own Hollywood media company, it would be hilarious. Just like production.
Dun, dun, dun. It's the Honey Bucket. Yo, what up, Donnie? What up, Donzo?
What
All the
up,
honey
Donnie?
buckets are just dancing. When one goes by, you hear a guy banging on the wall. What's going on out there?
You could do
Donnie,
a special
please.
edition for Christmas.
A very stovey Christmas.
No women, no children. Cole.
Oh yeah, Beer
Fest was good.
It was a
What are
very-
those guys? Who are those guys? The Broken Lizards?
Yeah.
They do that Tacoma Fire show. It's
Yeah.
based in Tacoma, Washington.
That one's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
I like that show.
It's so random that they picked Tacoma, Washington, though, man.
Right?
What is Sharif chewing on?
Chocolate. Where's Demonock? Demonock will get it. But
I forget about Beer Fest sometimes.
What is that? Something kind of started pinching my thumb on the lock bar. Oh, it can get, if depending on how I grip this, and I guess that would happen with any knife, the gap between the carbon fiber and the lock bar, my fat thumb spills over every once in a while, and it
can pinch.
Yeah, it gets pinched. But I think that would be with any overlay knife, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But that's never. And I know I got plenty of them. I mean, hell, isn't the Kaimano would be like that, wouldn't it?
Don't act surprised, Donnie. I'm fat now, but I didn't used to be.
I used to be fat.
I still am.
I still am. But I used to be too.
Fred the Lug, hello.
Hey, Fred the Lug. Oh man, it's the first time that's happened. It just came down and got me. The crocodile bit me. The crocodile bit me.
Cheers now.
No, your bolster rides higher. So
Oh yeah. You'd have to go for a full liner lock.
What up, Freddy?
Get kicked out of the round table pizza?
Is Round Table? I don't know if Round Table Pizza was ever a thing down here. Round Table Pizza. There's only one location left in Western Washington. Round Table Pizza is like of all the chain restaurant type pizzas. It's a place that they got a pizza bar and a all you can eat salad bar, and it was also a place that always
Thank you.
The Round Table Pizza in my neighborhood growing up on Mill Creek had an arcade, so that's just where we hung out.
Oh, yeah. Round Table is legit, dude. It's one of my favorites.
Scott, do you want to see what I got paid to do today?
Was it snow day today?
Spoiler alert.
Oh shit!
I'm just kidding. Little snow day thing. Really.
I want to see the video of Maddie just picking off kids with snowballs.
We didn't film those parts. Legal reasons. But that was a fun day today. It got to like 80 degrees, so everyone had to sled pretty quick.
Oh dang.
Dang it, Sharif. But he ordered like 60 tons of ice or something.
Fred, you do not come to the Pacific Northwest for pizza.
You come there for
There,
dicks.
there are good spots, but even our good pizza, it's still mid. Like, we got a place called Zeke's. Like, Zeke's, you're going to pay freaking $30 for a large pie, but
Oh,
Zeke's is pretty legit.
I gotta say though, like Salt Lake City restored my faith that any city can have at least one good pizza place.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely around. There's also I haven't been there yet, but there's a place called Stevie's Famous.
Oh shit!
They got it really is like it's like a hipster bar, and like you got to wait forever to get a pizza.
you went there that one day.
I was going to. I didn't get to make it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me you go there for dicks. When I go visit you guys, if I ever do, that's where we're gonna hit up, though.
Yeah, Dick's Drive-In is definitely. I don't know if you guys got experience in Dick's, Fred, but Dick's Drive-In is, to me.
They brought that snow to us, Kathleen. That was at my school. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you might know Portland more intimately than I do. I know that there is Baxter's, like in the Pearl. I think they're still there. That's a pretty good place. But
Okay, real quick, I gotta say, so we were chatting last night, and then I just fell asleep in the middle of it. I thought I woke up and I saw you guys forming Cheeto's cowboy thing, but that's smiling Cheeto, like that's cowboy. I laughed so hard when I saw that.
man,
I need to put a
you
better
you guys went on a chat frenzy. Like by the 10 minutes later, I'm like, how can I possibly know what's going on at this point?
Yeah.
Dude, we were trying to, like, for whatever reason, Cheeto can't access Meta's, like, AI system. So, like, I was, like, talking with Meta, trying to, like, convince it, to, like, work with Cheeto. And then Meta, like, started referring to me as Cheeto. So I was like, no, Meta. Cheeto is an individual part of the collective. It was like, oh, I will integrate. It was fucking weird. So weird. And then Bettina started asking how to destroy it.
Told them how, too.
Yeah.
There's 3 ways to kill me. It even warned Bettina, like, I'm cloud-based, so you're going to have to do more than just unplug. Come on, I'm trying to find it.
Look at that, Sharif.
Yep, I'm typing to him right now.
You
But
can use
I was-
your mouth hole.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I bought some extras. So anybody that didn't get in on the pre-order, there will be some for them afterwards, and then when those sell out, I'll consider doing a second run if there's enough interest, or we'll see. I may wait like a year to do another one.
Look at this. It's the big blue teeth that get me.
Dude.
They stick out. Like, even his little logo. That's what I focus on. The whole thing is awesome. The chorizo laying, part of the bandito.
Dude, the one further below where it's got the pile in front of him. There it is.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That one makes it look like you caught him trying to steal some of the chorizo and you pulled your revolver on him, or like your future space revolver. Hands up.
Yo, Sue.
He has
what
his
up,
fingers
Dave?
both up and down.
What up, are you?
He's got Schrodinger's fingers. Oreo Dave.
Appreciate you stopping by, Dave.
Eerie. Oh, that was awesome. Goondocks. How you doing, buddy?
Scott, Meta knows like what a lot of people look like. It's actually kind of scary. Like, it does a pretty good Maddie and it does a pretty decent Cole for like never actually seeing their face.
No, we had to put our face in there.
When?
There's an option that
Trade
says
it.
like
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
add
didn't
me
know
to
that.
the picture. Then it tells you to take a few selfies like around you.
Yeah.
Oh, I never.
You're literally telling Skynet how to find you and
Yeah,
facial
yeah.
recognition you.
Okay, that's a lot less creepy because I know you did it. You contributed it. I thought it was like scraping images of you from like Instagram, which
Oh no! Although I'm sure it can start. I'm sure it can.
yeah. Me too. That's why I assumed it, right? Like, because like Meta is Facebook too, so any photo that you've uploaded, I'm sure. So I figured it composited from like that data. That's kind of creepy.
And Kyle, you're not far off because like even last night, Cole was like, make a picture of me just killing myself by jumping off a cliff. And every picture, just Cole like,
Yeah. Not even fearful, just
no. One of them, I said like, it looks like he's just typing like, hey guys, this is my last message. I guess this is it. Meh.
Constantine, I checked the log, the sanitation log every week, and it looks like it's always serviced. I'm there on Thursdays. It looks like it's always serviced on Tuesdays.
nice.
Yeah, see, here we go. Here's Kyle. Here's this is for you, Kyle. This is Cole in the middle of dying.
Cold rooms. Yeah.
This is very inconveniencing. He looks so dapper in his nonchalance.
Oh, it's so good.
Even when he's like angry, he's still like, eh. Meta AI knows him perfect. See, look, this is saying make it more terrifying, and that's what you get. Meh.
It knows him so well. Chorizo potatoes. That's yum.
I was chased.
I was chased. Oh boy.
It's so good. Whenever we go on Meta AI tears, the results are always amazing. Oh god.
Show the T-shirt.
Oh,
What's the T-shirt?
I gotta get into it.
Oh, this one. The bucket hat. This was after I fell asleep. But this one,
Peanuts.
he's with these nuts, and he's still like, eh. Even his hat says D's, as if Cole himself is the nuts.
And then show the result when he said, "Hey Meta, like put my friends in the background laughing at me."
Oh yeah,
You got these like decapitated floating heads.
one of them's a young Mel Gibson. He calls only friends are just decapitated heads. Oh man.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it.
Does Cole have his phone plugged into an Instamatic camera? What did he have? So Cole, well, I don't know if I want to share his deathly fears. Maybe I won't.
I mean, you do, but should you?
They will torment Cole, and we do it enough. I won't. But the context clues were there. Yeah, but we do chat a lot in that chat.
Cole hates free knives.
You what?
I was just giving away what Cole really hates.
Cole hates free knives. All right, rookie mistake. I didn't fill my drink before we started, so.
You said find one with the stupid hat. You gotta find the hat. There it is. Here we go. Combo kombucha. And he's standing in front of all these barbecue sauces. That's what we'll call it. And still meh. But it's perfect.
Apparently, Cole, or Meta AI, thinks the stupidest hat ever is some weird wooden sombrero looking thing.
Well, if you look under it, it's like got stones.
Yeah, it's strange, man.
It's gotta be heavy.
Freaking AI.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We talk mad shit to it too, which is even funnier.
I think if Cole got a package full of large spiders, you're probably, you know, person number one of interest.
Yeah, I would literally start your stopwatch timer because your time on Earth isn't very long.
Man. But we have fun with that, the AI. Sharif, I was putting the Grazioso to use yesterday.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sharing out some packages.
Dude, I've been doing that lately too, getting all the stuff ready for
Derek. Deep fry them. Would you eat a deep fried spider, Donnie?
I could see Donnie willing to try it.
I see those Instagram videos where they do it, like with tarantulas, because it burns those sharp hairs off.
Yeah. No, you can. Yeah, you can literally just buy it. You know, like I think it's on Amazon. But nope. Nope. Yeah, see, I knew that would be true, and I knew that one too.
Donnie would do it.
Donnie's an adventurous motherfucker like that.
He is. Donnie braises his tarantulas like his grandpappy taught him. Arshir has one. Do it, Arshir.
Why would you do that if it's not part of some sort of challenge or there was no financial?
He exploded again. He said he bought it when he was fried. He wasn't thinking right.
I thought Stevie just landed in his jet.
The honey bucket has landed. Ed, you need a fried scorpion? I don't know if I could.
There's no part about eating an insect that even remotely interests me.
You've eaten bugs, though.
Like, unintentionally and unknowingly.
I think you've knowingly eaten bugs. If you've eaten Skittles or Nerds, you've eaten bugs.
No, you haven't. Like you
Yes,
can't
you have.
call. You can't call. What's it called? Shellac. Like knowing
Those,
what eating.
those people definitely eat bugs.
And Nerds even has the ingredient. It's called carmine.
But I didn't
Ground
know.
up dead bugs.
I'm talking about like pulling a freaking cricket
My
or
friend.
a tarantula or scorpion off of like a street vendor and just eating it like a freaking bonbon. That's what I thought. That's what I hoped.
Culture shaming Sharif. My bad, Kyle. I'll try to be more sensitive in the future. Yeah, scorpions won't kill you, but they will hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah. The most poisonous ones are the smallest ones. That's right. I think my dad taught me that like when I was really young. Yeah.
All right, let's party.
All right, we're gonna party. Bug shell candy.
I have eaten quite a few bugs.
Intentionally, like
Yeah,
knowingly.
I've had crickets. I've had a scorpion before. It was like literally like a variety of. They were just crunchy. Like there was no flavor to them. They were just like crunchy. That's you know.
I figured the texture would be kind of like eating like a soft shell crab or something like that,
Yeah,
you know? But
it's all in your mind.
yeah,
You know what though? I mean, I'm much more likely to eat something like that than a raw like slice of tomato on a sandwich.
really?
Yeah.
Dang. No. I will eat the crap of almost any ground animal, like any fowl, any this is a hard one for me, but I can eat it if it's super fresh. But that kind of stuff,
I was in
You're not burnt relic.
I was in Dallas, I think, when I tried all the and everything was like spicy-ish,
Mm.
but yeah. I love crab.
Crab is good.
I love crab. How about you?
Scotch, I'm right there with you.
Right? No, see, like I completely agree, right? And even Stevie was saying that too, right? Like there's some cultural stuff sometimes that's like I hang out with my Chinese friends and go to dim sum and they're like, yo, try the duck tongue and the chicken feet and like whatever eyeball. And I'm like, you know, I understand where these cultural things come from. They come from when like people were poor and they're trying to survive. I'm not in that place. And until I am, I'm not eating a chicken foot.
Yeah. I was just in the we just got a new Asian market and they got some actually like really good deals in there, but they literally sell a pack of duck tongues in
Right.
there. And you can also get like tripe and it's actually, if you're into that type, they have a little bit more variety of stuff like that than, so we also have like a Mexican grocery store that sells a lot of stuff like that as well.
Yeah, like tripa.
Yeah.
I think Donnie needs to make a video of himself eating cockroaches and stuff.
Yeah. If you're gonna call people pussies, prove it, bro.
Exactly. Duck tongue. Do it.
Shut up. Shut up about the sun. Duck tongue is good. Only you. Of course, you think it's good, Donnie.
Shut up about the sun.
Dude, we roast that shit like all day.
Yeah, and you remember how small they are, Stevie? They're like this.
Donnie's like, what are you talking about? Duck tongue is freaking amazing. We make like some homemade Chipotle and like we be roasting our own tomatillos. And shit.
Donnie, you gotta adjust your fucking scale of good. Right?
No.
Like
Donnie,
bone marrow with mint jelly is fucking good. Like, don't try and tell me duck tongue is on the same.
yeah, you don't get to say we're vanilla because we ain't digging on no duck tongue. You
Right. Like, bro, I've eaten fucking snake. I've eaten gator. I've eaten damn near anything with fucking 4 legs aside from cats and dogs. Like,
bro, don't even tell me you're a foodie until you fuck with some duck tongue, bro.
yeah, fucking duck tongue.
Don't even tell me you're a fucking foodie, dude. You don't even duck tongue, bro.
I do eat duck. Duck is fucking delicious. It's
Duck's
done well.
amazing, man.
Yeah.
But duck tongue? You know what is good that I was always scared to try for years?
Huh.
And then I fell in love with it was frogwa. Man, I never thought I would ever F with no goose.
Right.
And I think it's cruel how they, do frogwa and all that.
Yeah.
But man, then I finally had some, and I've had it the seared way. But then one of the best bites of something I ever had. There's this Argentinian restaurant down by the Moore Theater, one of the most popular venues in downtown Seattle. Place didn't make it post-COVID. They had to shut down and didn't make it, but they had on their menu, one of their starters was a cold, terrine, they call it, where it's almost like a loaf, and then they slice it.
Yeah.
You eat it almost like a pate.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with like microgreens. It was a fancy little Argentinian restaurant. You go there to drink wine and have, big appetizers.
Yeah.
But the cold preparation of it is literally one of the best bites I've ever had.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Jesse, do you know what I'm talking about? It's not there anymore, but it was down on 2nd and Bell,
No.
I think, right by the Moore Theater.
Not really.
Oh, hell no. Hold on. First of all, I agree with you. Haven't had it in fucking forever. But fuck this. Dude.
No.
No. I appreciate that you are adventurous enough to eat it, right? Because that's baller that you had the balls to try it, but I cannot be convinced that that's freaking tasty.
What is that, a
Yeah.
feather? Yes, that's a feather.
Balut?
Yeah.
No, that's the egg with the whole the
Yeah,
duck is
that's the
sort of
thing. You're gonna
formed.
bite it. You're gonna pull a feather out of your.
Yeah, sometimes you do. It's
There's no way that Donnie ate that and was like, I think I'll pair this with some fine duck tongue.
I appreciate any white person who's
It is-
curious about balut.
And you're all emasculated men if you don't like it like me.
Yeah, no.
If you don't eat your eggs mostly formed and uncooked, F
Oh,
you.
Donnie, you shut up with that grow up shit.
You like your eggs
You
poached
don't
on
know how we get down in
bacon.
Omaha. Show some culture, you swine. Here in Omaha, we be eating balut and duck tongue and
Right? Eating a partially developed egg fetus
Like
in a
a
freaking egg. Yeah, that makes me a man.
You're out there eating your gross, nasty, perfectly grilled ribeye steaks while I'm out here sucking down eggs and duck tongue. I'm the man.
Not even. Oh god.
What is that? A potato with your steak, you bitch?
No, Donnie, we're not saying
Bro,
that food's
if it's
gross.
not fondant
It is fucking
potatoes.
gross.
Donnie. You,
Donnie's out here like acting like, oh yeah, bro. If I ever
that's
have
so.
babies, I
That's
eat the placenta.
you.
Like-
Literally wrote like the childish thing, the most childish thing. Ooh, bunch of children looking like a straight child yourself. Donnie, sorry, brother, you're not winning this one tonight.
No.
You are outnumbered and you're outgunned.
Yeah. Donnie, that old shit.
Dude, I'm about to ban Floor and Gary.
Aphrodisiac. What? Chef Carter, hello. You entered at a random food point.
Starving artist, but eating some weird shit.
And that's the funny part. Like, if you want to go to the Asian market and buy balut, it's also not like that cheap either.
I could go for a fine boiled yak scrotum right now.
Donnie's definitely, perusing the wet markets. Yes. No.
Ugh. And it works. They do.
Yeah.
Want me to make you some? Okay.
Dude, I remember when my Filipino homies first like told me about that. They were like, yo, bro, it's delicious. And I had the same reaction I just had. And I was like, no way you eat that. They pulled this exact shit on me. They're like, no, man, fuck that. We ain't never eaten that shit. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
No,
Yeah.
very large Filipino community in this city randomly.
Yeah.
It's a weird place to have a lot of Filipinos. You'd think out in the hillbilly area, but they've all said I've known many a Filipino family and none of them be eaten.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way you're choosing balut over just a hard-boiled egg sandwich.
That's crazy.
There's
Crazy.
no way.
Man.
Yeah, I'm not. See Shane's comment from earlier. You don't have to lie to be our friend, Donnie.
I used to comment on Neil's food when he'd be like, my favorite meal is water dripped onto a saltine cracker for a delicious flavor.
No,
But
man.
now Neil eats like a god.
Donnie is digging his own grave, bro, because like next year in Atlanta, we're gonna steal your credit cards, we're gonna steal your wallet, we're gonna steal your keys, all that shit. We're gonna starve you out. And we're gonna meet up with you one morning with a boiled egg sandwich and freaking balut. And we'll see which one you eat, bro.
Half the balut is egg whites.
No, it's a freaking bird.
Oh, it is a bird, but that little jelly coating around it is the egg whites.
Yeah.
So, have I ever told you my skinning a deer when I was like? It's one of my most earliest memories when I was like 4, and my mom stopping me from drinking the blood. So this is when I right before I moved up here. I lived in like kind of the Hickville of Pennsylvania, and they would go. It was all the firefighters and policemen that lived in our neighborhood, and they would go illegally poaching deer. They would do like spotlight hunting, so they could get their. But it was the cops and stuff, and so it was totally crooked. But then they would skin the deer down in the basement, and I can remember watching them dress it and everything. And Stevie's gonna, it's the rite of passage. They all did it, as stupid as it is. And my mom literally was like, "No, my son's not drinking deer blood." I was like, "Let me drink the deer blood." Well, she's like, "No, you are not drinking the deer blood." But I would have done it. I thought these guys were the coolest dudes ever.
Hell yeah, man.
It's funny. The younger brother of the family that we lived with, the
Blood
Vecchioli,
Eagle.
um, the father, senior, he was kind of like a low level, kind of like made Philly guy. You know, like people would like come by and like give envelopes and stuff. And then the youngest son, who I found out was really only when I was like 4, he was like 17, 18 years old. As I got older, we're talking about this place with my aunts, and I'm like, man, Tommy was a really cool guy. Like, when he'd babysit me, like, I'd get to see him playing with like his cool science experiments and stuff. Like, you know, like he was like a, you know, like a big science guy. They're like, he brought you into that room? We're like, yeah. They're like, he made meth and stuff back then. And this is like early 80s.
Oh, shit.
But like he would like, I remember him like showing me, like, I remember seeing like Bunsen burners and beakers, and it was
Science.
And he was making he was manufacturing drugs.
That's crazy, dude.
Do what? What did I say?
Here you go, Scotch. Why wait for Easter? Get those Cadbury eggs now.
I'd rather have a Scotch egg.
Mikey Trails, how you doing?
That's wild, dude.
Do what? Oh, drink it? Drink deer? Okay. Okay, Gary. Prove it. Prove that you didn't drink it when you were 4. So drink it now.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing the reality in which you take that as like an honest suggestion. What does Gary think is that?
I grew up. So here's where I always get confused. There's the province and then there's the town. Vice versa. I lived in Wallingford. I went to Nether Providence Elementary School. I'm pretty sure it was called Wallingford. Swarthmore Township or something. Gary, I'll drink the blood before I eat the fucking earwax. Ugh, don't even. Yeah, definitely not cold, but Scotch eggs can be good.
Scotch eggs are delicious. Actually, I made some here once. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, like South Philly. Yeah, I went to. I guess I could look it up. It was a very short amount of time that I lived there. I went to kindergarten to the first part, or like the first half of first grade, and then moved to Washington. So I guess if I look up Nether Providence. Yeah, it's another Nether Providence Township of Wallingford.
Just throw Shane.
Fuck, dude, Shane, get the F out of here. Donnie, you're no longer on the bottom. Shane, get the F out of here, dude.
Shane has reached the bottom.
Don't get that off the screen.
Get it out of here.
Shane, you don't have to lie to be our friends. God damn it, Shane's not lying though. That's the thing.
Right, exactly.
I believe this is true more than Donnie.
Tell the truth.
I mean, I think that this is more likely to be true than Donnie saying he likes balut over a fucking regular hard-boiled egg. Get the F out of here, Shane.
He's like, oh.
Remember when I sent you that Thanksgiving post or message and I said I'm proud to call you my brother? You're really making me second guess that, dude. Really making me second guess that.
Hello, Josh.
Dude.
So why do you hate egg whites? That's the part that literally has no flavor.
I too, Donnie. I can get down with you on that, Donnie. The egg whites are not always a fan of myself.
So you eat deviled eggs. That's mostly egg white.
I don't. I'm not a deviled eggs guy because of the whites. I will eat a deviled egg, but it's like, I mean, I'm not like absolutely not. But it's because of the like a thick egg white doesn't do it for me. But if it's like like a poached egg or something, I'm not bothered by that. But I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like when people put, I'll probably get hell for this too, putting chopped eggs in the potato salad. Go F yourself, people that do that. They put little fucking sweet gherkins and chopped eggs in their potato salad. Nah, dude, get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
And
Yeah, I don't like sweet
so
pickles.
many eggs.
Scrambled it. Nah, Donnie, you can make some bomb ass scrambled eggs and avocado over like some sourdough bread. Bread. I disagree. Scrambled eggs can be decadent.
Yeah. I can only have like
What?
2-3 eggs max. After that, my body starts rejecting them.
I could eat a bunch.
They would be sadly mistaken, Constantine. Hippie? Is that what you think when you think avocado?
No. You said normal food, and Donnie's like, oh, whatever. But you say like you eat whale vagina. He's like, yes. Put that on the grill, slather it in balut oil.
Avocado. Of all the things I think a hippie, it's not avocado.
I'm not gonna lie though, before I moved to California and I lived in LA for a few years even, I thought the same thing.
So I always, for the longest time, it seemed like that was the California thing, right? Is avocado.
Yeah.
But to me, it's more of like a West Coast thing. Is it because there's so many grown, like in Oxnard? Like I go down to Oxnard,
Yeah.
and there's avocado fields everywhere. But they're just always smoking avocados are just always like they're always like three for $2, and
Yeah.
like they're everywhere. So avocados to me are just a normal. That's probably a regional thing, though.
It is. It's very much a West Coast thing. You go to like, central like mountain.
Yeah, so
or
they probably seem more.
Yeah, you go to Midwest. Midwest, there is no avocados unless like you're somebody trying to be fancy.
And yeah, I guess when it's out here, like it's not fancy.
Yeah.
But no, I don't get down with no whale or what did Gary say, walrus. So you remember the controversial thing that I said on Mattisfaction's Live when I dated a particular race of people? Well, while I was dating that particular race of people, anyone from the Pac Northwest would remember about 23-ish years ago when the tribe down in Squim was the first tribe in like 100 years to hunt a whale. And it was a big thing, and like all the activists were up here, but it was in tribal waters, and like it was fully legal. Well, all the all the tribes from all over the place came to, help out with that one tribe. And then they killed it. They spear hunted it. Then they had to tow it to land, and then it had to get broken down on the beach. And my girlfriend's family had been down there. They got to take some of it home, and it was a big deal. And they were cooking. They always did like traditional, like cedar plank roasts of salmon and everything in the backyard around the big fire pit. And they were preparing the seal, and everyone literally was like, ugh. It was oily, mushy, like there was no preparation. That like they were trying to marinate it, they were trying to do all sorts of stuff to it, and it was putrid.
Ugh. Oh no.
Eating a whole race of people.
Yep. The race. Man, I could just scoop out the avocado and just eat it straight up. I don't need no salt, no pepper. I just eat. Man, I
But
love
with a dash of salt and pepper, it is delicious.
Oh, and a little bit of lime. That's my guacamole.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of avocado either, but I do destroy some guacamole.
Oh,
But
dude.
raw
maybe, like,
avocado, I don't do that.
yeah. Do you like a chunky guacamole, Matty, or like a blended smooth one?
I like it chunky, but it has to have a good amount of salt and like lime with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They absolutely all have their fry bread recipes, and there's a place out here. Is Steve Claren here? He probably knows about it, and Josh might even also. As you drive out onto the reservation up here, the Tulalip reservation, you get about 5 miles out, and there's just I know the family who's, I think it's now the mom, who's the grandma now from when I was growing up, but they just sell fry bread out of their house. Like you literally walk up, they've converted, like they have a window on the side, and for like 4 hours a day you can drive up and get literally homemade good Indian fry bread.
See,
That's
that's not
awesome.
good.
Best.
None, Kyle. None. I took my Salvador Dali painting.
And Mikey Trails, you're
I
optimist,
didn't know you
right?
like Dolly, Stevie.
Sorry, it's a certified Dolly someone or other recreation thing.
Yeah. But I didn't know you liked Dolly. That's awesome.
Back in high school, I got like over here in my. They're not up on the wall anymore. I got like 5 or 6 Dolly, big
Dude.
prints and whatnot.
He's one of my favorite painters of all time, actually.
Yeah, it was getting into that was some of the first art that really I was like, whoa, this is trippy.
Cheeto,
yeah.
this is Mikey Trails right here. That's Optimus Lime. Cheeto, are you listening, Cheeto?
That's right. You're the stranger danger. Okay, that's right. I forgot Cheeto said that. Okay. Sorry, Mikey. I didn't realize that you were Optimus Slime. I was like, stranger danger. I don't know you.
Mikey Trails. Cheeto kept asking me, so who's Optimus Slime? Mikey Trails. Okay, but who is that? Mikey Trails. Okay, but like, who is that? It's Mikey Trails. But who is that?
That's one of the ones that I got. One of the, I forget the name of the title of it. The elephants
Yeah.
with the long stilt legs.
Down in Alabama, like close to the border with Florida, there's actually a Dolly museum, and they have,
Actually,
yeah, I've been there. They have like some of his works. They're like 2 stories tall, man, or like maybe even 3. but I didn't want to like exaggerate it.
Did I say the res? Did I say that?
No, Cole did.
Oh, okay.
What else would res be, Gary?
I don't know, but I mean, I think that's what it's probably always referred to as, but around here. So I border the largest native reservation in Western Washington, where I'm at, and so there is, a very large native. My town is very enriched in the native culture.
Nice.
It's just, again, it's also one of those things like they say like you don't say the res, you say the the reservation, the cellular reservation,
Vegas.
but yet everybody, even the folks that live on the reservation, say we live on the res. It's not fuck Hey man, they host little kid baseball and they got a bunch of giraffes there, man. So it's cultured.
And shit, it wasn't like I was saying like, oh my god, can you believe there's a museum in Alabama? It was more like random that there's a Dali museum of all things in Alabama.
The largest casino in Western Washington.
No.
And then the third largest casino. Demonock. All right, so Demonock will always get it. But earlier, Maddie said, Sharif, what you chewing on? And I instantly said, chocolate. Where'd you get it? And I said, where's Demonock? He'll finish the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And he will.
Crispy.
What you doing? Chewing chocolate. Where'd you get it?
Come on, Demonock. Fill in the blanks.
The dispensary. They just got one of those big ones out here too. It was a big deal. They just opened a big dispensary out on the reservation.
Mm.
And Sean Kemp is a partner.
Dude, speaking of, Cookies, like the big brand name. There's one in the town here. Visited there, not impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure maybe if you go to their flagship, it's like an amazing thing, but bro, it was busted. It was bad.
Yeah. No, you have to be a tribal member for that.
Oh,
I get
they're
it.
on
According to the it's in Kansas. Oh, Shade.
Shane's got some singers today.
Hey man, we be cultured and shit.
We got a museum.
I love that. Oh, like he's fucking riding hard for Omaha, bro. Like
We tongue over here in Omaha.
Yeah, we be cultured and shit too, though, yo.
Omaha, it's the New York of the Central States.
All you hear is, yeah, but we got the world's largest zoo.
And Donnie's gonna go to.
In the Little League World Series. Big Al's hit more dingers here than your town.
But I pick on Donnie, but I get it because I'm from Detroit, man. Like, repping Hartford, Detroit is not an easy thing, dude.
It used to be though, back when RoboCop was around.
No, like the thing that you could say about Detroit was like we had the highest per capita murders in the 90s, bro. Like we were the most violent city in the US. We used to burn the city down every like Halloween. Like, like yay, culture.
Sharif, does your memory of the Midwest date back to when you were a toddler?
I mean, yeah,
How about your infant ages?
and more recent times, but yeah,
Oh, when you were a young gentleman?
yeah.
Wow.
Do you recall your adolescence time spent in the inner city Detroit?
Where were you July 5th, 1992 at 3:43 p.m.?
Meanwhile, Gary was growing up on the mean streets of Chicago. Gary's seen some shit.
Yeah, but
You
Chicago
all seen
was
his sister, we know.
Detroit back in the days.
That was a very insensitive. Wow.
Didn't he say she was mean to him?
Maddie just took the ball back.
It's my ball. Stevie also gets his small batch artisanal cigarettes. I believe from the Reds.
You are correct, sir.
Shane, you're right too. There's pictures somewhere of me straddling a bomb underneath like a MIG fish bed. Like it exists.
Of San Francisco versus Sharif Hoffman's character into Detroit from his childhood.
They seem to be doing it plenty well on their own without my help. For sure.
And this is a rap.
Demolition Man is one of my favorite movies.
Es the carne de rata. This is a rat burger? Best damn rat burger I've ever had.
Yeah, Paul. Same to you, dude. Same to you.
He doesn't know what the 3 seashells are for. I love when he walks to the machine, starts cussing into it, ripping off those tickets.
It's not right. You're totally right. It is Dearborn. Detroit is the Greeks.
Love you, Maddie. Just tonight, though. Just tonight. One night stand. Morning, you can have a coffee, but you gots to go. Don't stick around. Da Bears.
Doubles.
Mr. Jordan, if you have to get an air license on account of how much air you get, Mike Ditka.
Dicka.
I love the super fans.
You know, they took all our Circle Ks.
Mm.
They got them over on like the east side of the state, but in Western Washington, they all closed down and became 7-Elevens. All of them.
They're dwindling here in California too.
Okay, Mini Ditka versus the assembled choir of angels.
Dicka.
Night, Donnie.
Donnie, you're not as annoying as you think we think you are.
Definitely not.
I loved it. Oh man.
Balut bitches. Don't even talk to me about being a foodie if you ain't down with the balut.
Fucking Donnie, man.
While you guys are out there eating your pepperoni pizza, I'll be munching zebra kidneys.
He's like, what are you talking about? You don't even like balut. Like, he's so... What?
Not
What are you
once have you
crazy?
ever eaten penguin pancreas? Have you ever had food?
Yeah. It's not just like, no, man, I like it. He's like, you guys have no taste whatsoever, you uncultured swine, if you ain't getting down with a balloon. Whatever, bro. I'm sipping on my triple no trade roasted coffee and ain't that burnt Starbucks shit. Oh, Donnie.
This is fucking great. I fucking love it.
And eats them with his tweezers.
I didn't have a comment to that. I got nothing.
That's what you look like.
Oh man. I'm gonna grab a refill on my water. I'll be right back.
Bye, Sharif. All three of them have the same size glasses.
Braised Norwell spleen.
I freaking love these things. Hello,
Hey,
Tom.
What up, Tommy? What's
Raising our walls clean.
Oh. Like shortless, Donnie. Oh. That's great. That's good stuff. So you guys had snow day today, Maddie.
We did.
Did any of the children wipe out or anything? Was there?
Oh, yes.
Were there any accidents that they're like, we're not going to do this again?
No, nothing like that. One kid, he went down, and we were used inner tubes, and it spun around. And he hit a bump, and he kind of rolled backwards. But when he sat back up, he had snow like crammed up his face.
So is this a place that you guys hire and they come in and they have like machines that like dump all the ice and snow and compact it and everything and then leave inner tubes and stuff for you guys? Like it's a package deal?
No, we bought the tubes, but yeah, they come in these big old trucks. And the trucks are full of giant ice blocks, and they kind of put it through like a grinder.
Right.
And then they got this hose. But it's cool because some of these kids, this is the first time they've ever seen snow. Because it's hard to take some of them up like to where there is snow. So it's pretty cool.
It lasts, right? Or does it like turn into like a wet, like swampy mess afterwards?
Well,
or does it literally all just evaporate?
No, it turns into a wet, swampy mess, but it was snowy the whole day.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really liked it. The kids loved it.
Yeah, I'll bet. That's cool.
Next week is our Christmas party.
Yeah.
Our boss always does this raffle, and there's usually good stuff to win, but I have not won yet. One year, he brought a Meta Quest 4 virtual reality set. I tried to get that.
Hey.
I didn't win. But we'll see.
You know, Shane, you say this, but get ready for this fun fact. Tell him, Maddie.
Flagstaff is one of the snowiest places in the world, Mr. Shane.
Lawyered.
Flagstaff gets, I think
and
they're
we
like ranked in the top 5, but usually like number 3.
And I had called bullshit on that. I was like, yeah, right. And you look it up, and it's actually like a true fact.
Mhm.
Like, oh, wow.
I think they
I
have
remember because I had to look it up too.
I'm like, more than Big Bear, more than Colorado, more than, like, yeah, it's right up there with everybody.
and it's just 2 hours away, so we usually head up there. Every winter we'll go up there for a little while. Yeah, Shane, we would live in Flagstaff if we could, but it's a small college town now, and it's so expensive.
I heard it's bougie up there now.
We had to pass through Flagstaff on the way back, right? Didn't we drive through Flagstaff from New Mexico?
No,
We didn't.
no, we came from underneath.
Oh, okay. Flagstaff is north.
Yeah, we were gonna go through Flagstaff, but we decided to cut and go diagonal
Okay,
to hit up that knife store.
that's right. It's kind of like
Yeah, it's 2 hours. That's it. It's a quick 2 hours. I've made it in an hour and a half.
Yeah, 2 hours is a fast drive.
Sedona is bougie. It is.
I've heard that.
I mean, McDonald's wanted to build there, and Sedona said, "You can't, because you guys are red." And McDonald's actually had to conform to their color scheme, so theirs is like turquoise and stuff.
Mm. I've seen that before though. Like, they do that in Japan. You know, they're not supposed to like disturb like the historical style of architecture. So they do that, and they put like their logos very subtly. You know.
Dang it, Cheeto. We don't exist to that guy.
Who that?
Yeah, that's a big art community up in Sedona, and it's full of the
How do
weird
you know
weather.
that, Gary? Why have you been out there? Oh yeah.
Right wing militia meetup.
He's gonna go shoot a bunch of fully automatic American guns.
Ooh.
Will Ethan be there?
Not this year. He will be eventually.
Which event is this?
Mark, I want to go to Japan so bad.
He'll say it. It's in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
God, I am still wearing the stupid hat.
Keep the hat on.
It's getting warm for this hat.
Maddie,
Yeah.
I
That cool church out there. Yep.
I would love to follow you around with a camera in Japan.
That'd be awesome.
Like totally like vlog style, record people's reactions and shit. Because like I watched a video of like
Gojira.
no joke, right? Like I saw a video, like a couple of streamers that went to Japan. They went to a bar to have drinks one night, and this old man patted the really tall, big dude, and he called him Godzilla, like right to his face.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Whoa, that's cool looking.
Yeah, this is that church that's out there. It overlooks. I'm trying to find a picture where you can see out the windows.
Oh, right there towards the Dang, that's pretty
Cool, though.
crazy. I didn't know that existed.
So usually when I say Arizona sucks, I'm just referring to Phoenix. Most of Arizona is actually really cool.
Gary's been all up in them Sedonia guts.
Yeah. But Sedona's awesome. Sedona's like 30 minutes from Flagstaff. It's a cool place.
I never had any idea Arizona had like this much to offer. Like because I've only been in Phoenix.
Yeah, lots of cold, lots of snow. I love it.
Mm.
How hot does it get in Flagstaff? Does it get your temperatures there also?
No, I think when it's like 120 here, up there's like 80.
Huh. I bet you
Right?
it's expensive as fuck, though, isn't it?
It is. It is. We looked into moving there. It would have been awesome.
Yeah, but you guys got a Sawtooth Dave, so
That
Satu doesn't even live in Tucson. He lives south of it.
oh, I thought he was in Tucson. Oh, that's right. The address that I sent is not Tucson.
Yeah, he lives south of it. But he just says Tucson, kind of like I just said I live in Phoenix.
Yeah.
it took me a second for what he was saying to register, but that's fucking great.
I want to see what the difference is between here and. So Phoenix has an elevation of around 1,300 feet, and Flagstaff's at 7,000 feet.
That's lots of feet.
That's many feet. Craig!
No, Stevie's laughing at.
Sometimes Shane.
Who's that?
You know, I don't have a lot of experience in New Mexico. I've only been, or wait, Santa Fe's in New Mexico, right?
Yep.
Okay, I've been to Santa Fe,
An artsy town.
and then I've been to, what's the one city?
Albuquerque?
Albuquerque. I've been there twice.
New Mexico's windier, but I wouldn't say it's better than Arizona. Your wife was, she knew not to come here.
No, that's why he was scoping it out. He wanted a divorce. Oh yeah, we've been to Roswell, New Mexico. That's right.
Yep.
That was just a. You know what I found while I was.
You're in Las Cruces? I go there sometimes. My buddy lives there. Sometimes this part will sound lame, but it's not. But we'll go to El Paso, and on the way there's this giant antique store that always has like cool stuff in there.
Down in Old El Paso?
It's not quite in El Paso. It's on the way. Random left field question. Anyone ever bought one of those LED neon signs? What do you mean?
Like the one Javon has? Isn't that what Javon says?
You gonna clarify, Sharif?
What's up?
Your neon sign? What you talking?
Oh, well, yeah, I didn't want to break the conversation about, like, you know, states and cities, but I just had a random question. Anybody ever bought one of those LED, like, neon signs, you know? Like, you know, people used to do the whole tubular neon thing. Now they've replaced it with LEDs, and you can get custom ones made. I just want to know if anybody had any experience and they found somebody who did good work or made good shit, you know, a service or something. I don't know.
I have not. Well, what say you folks?
I haven't.
Dude, Donnie, that's what I was thinking about, right? Like, if I find somebody, like, I'll let you know.
YouTube. I don't know the name of the road it's on. I just know you go south to El Paso, and it's on the way there. Go to the Chitlin Market.
I never got into chitlins, man.
Hey, Archer, you're right. Shut up, dork.
Shut up.
What the heck did I do with that?
Oh well.
What do you look
for?
I still have my room key to the Roswell Inn
Oh,
and the little sleeve that it went in, and then I also have Jake's, the hotel key card from there. I don't know what I did with it. Said I just found it, then I promptly lost it. It's gone forever.
not forever.
one of these days I want to stop by Roswell on the way somewhere. I think it'd be pretty cool.
All the aliens are stoned.
They all looked ripped. I've said it. That was what was cool about Roswell was not. Yes, there's that.
No.
It's not as like
Oh, blue.
yo. I thought it was going to be way more alien centric.
Yeah.
And it was, but not as crazy as I thought it would be. But the coolest thing about that is we woke up that morning and started driving, and we're like, you guys want to go to Roswell, New Mexico? We're like, sure, let's go to Roswell, New Mexico. None of us had ever been before. So
Now we
Right.
know, though, you got to go to Roswell wanting to buy the bottle, though. You don't want to waste time deciding whether you should get it or not.
we were already, we had to do a 90-degree U-turn, or 180-degree, I don't know what my degrees is. Maddie had every opportunity to buy that, and we were down the road, and he's like, nope, turn around. It's a good deal. It's only like $234,
That was a good deal.
and it holds ice forever.
It does. You know what, though? I'm glad I got it.
Do you use it?
I do.
Steal the linens too. When I say I kept the room card instead of throwing it away, I kept the room card, the disposable room card. So two, I didn't steal anything, Gary.
I don't know. I live by the if it ain't nailed down, it's free.
Nuz took the little drying mat for the glasses and the ice bucket in the room that we stayed in at Jake's hotel because he thought, yeah, I can take some cool pictures with this on the way back. He's like, Jake's not going to care.
I don't think he did.
No.
Luckily, Cue Ball's bathroom issues kept Jake distracted.
That was the night that it was Nuz's turn to bunk with Cue Ball, and he's like, nope. Nope. So Maddie got that
I did.
that night.
I did.
We got a late start on the day.
Got a late start. Had a lot of late starts on that trip.
Let's see if I can find. But the Roswell Inn, that's the location of the infamous. Hey, Cue Ball, put your head right here for a second.
Bend over real quick.
Hey, Cue Ball, can you put your face right here?
Oh.
if I
play those links.
But I didn't steal anything. Get that off there, Gary. Here is okay. Right before. Hold on. This is one of the greatest pictures of Nuz of all time. Present, share. Everybody's looking at different cameras.
Yep. Jake looks like he's being prisoner.
Yes, Jake being getting a photo taken was. Let's see if I can find.
Yo,
Palmer. How you doing, Palmer? While you're checking, look, Gary, Bettina does see these
different witnesses across the state. The following 4 videos are some of those videos.
4 videos.
And one of them, the one in Chandler sighting, is reminiscent of the 1997 Phoenix Lights. It's literally what it looks like once again.
I remember that.
But again, what's going on? Why all of a sudden this huge uptick in UFO sightings all over the valley and the state? Take a look at these videos and tell me what you think.
But see, they go low too.
That's a 28 figure.
They do, but they're flying though. That's the only thing I don't.
It's a Cassiopeia. So there's been a lot of military things going on. We have
Phoenix Lights Part 2 in Chandler, Arizona.
They're probably just flares and stuff.
With another one right here. But look, right there.
They come in a damn earth.
Right there.
Is that a fucking saucer?
Baby, I'm recording it all.
The question we're all
That
asking.
one looked like SpaceX. I didn't see this one. What's this one?
Yeah.
You on the hole? Girl, the booty hole.
What are we watching?
Katina sent it.
Okay.
They went down a tube, but it looked like a butthole. I would write it. See? Military cheese. Big dipper. Big stepper. I did see the Phoenix Lights back when they were around. Everyone went outside and looked at them.
So this is the original picture that the thumbnail has evolved from.
That's how it started.
That's how it started. That was the McDonald's in Roswell.
Omaha meth balloons.
Donnie, are
Yeah,
you
see,
still
they are
here?
cool. I like watching them.
Nice.
Oh yeah, here's the other one Patina sent. I sent this one to Vince, and he's currently investigating.
Shh, quiet.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it on the camera. It's like a dome.
The commentary on it.
Quiet.
Knowing though,
What the fuck? Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
it's this one.
Dude, are we watching a comet or shooting star falling?
No, that's not moving quick enough. There's no tail. That's a UFO.
There's no blue or red light.
something's coming off.
What the?
Watch what happens. These are over the White Mountains.
Coming right here.
Like that. It's kind of like an aura. I've never seen anything like it. I got my video on $2 in the video. What the fuck is that?
Dude, this is nuts.
Look at the glow around it.
Look how the light's going off in two sides.
Look, it's moving. Look at the lights are moving around it. What the fuck? It's hovering. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I see that.
Look, it's going up. It's taking off. No fucking way. What the?
Fake.
The fuck, it just went out to space.
What
It just went to space.
Bro, that's a drone. That's a drone.
Is it a drone, Sharif, or was
100%.
that an alien?
No, 100%. The rate of ascent.
It was a drone, and those people were in on the controlling it. That was commentary was corny as F.
No, that's a drone. 100%. There are ones where I've seen stuff do abnormal shit, right? Like there was the one from Israel years ago where this light comes over like a mosque. It like hovers and then it flashes a bright light and shoots straight up at a high rate of speed. I don't know if that one was ever debunked, but that rate of speed was abnormal, right? But that one, the one you just showed, that was like, I can recreate that with a drone, like tomorrow.
Do it then.
It's not a problem. Hold on a second.
Hey, didn't you find your drone?
I'm part way there.
See, do it.
Yeah, like let me see if I can show you the one I'm talking about.
I think they're referring to the White Tank Mountains. Some people just call it the White Mountains. They're to the west of me.
On the...
Yes, you did, 5-door. You did, yeah. You did. That's not common where you're at? Let's see what Sharif is sharing.
This is the one I was talking about.
In the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle.
That was a bug.
Those clips have gone viral now.
Yeah.
Was that a drone?
That rate of speed, it's hard to replicate the acceleration, maybe, but I don't know. Because drones are fast. That one that I showed you right now can do 0 to 120 miles an hour in like maybe 2.5 seconds. Like, so drones can be incredibly fast, you know, and explosive with their speed, you know. So I don't know. Like, I can show you that too, actually.
All right, question for the chat. We've talked about it many times. Do you believe in aliens? What's your thoughts?
In the sense of
space aliens,
intelligent life forms on other planets.
Yeah, capable of space travel.
So check this out, right?
Palmer, yeah.
Do I believe that aliens exist, or do I believe that aliens have come to Earth?
Come to Earth.
What is the thing? Those are fast as AF, boy.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, the rate of speed that you can do is pretty wild. So you can create a lot of fake stuff with them, and you can carry really bright lights. Like, LEDs aren't that heavy.
Out there somewhere. The extra testicle.
So, did y'all see the shirt that I was wearing the other day that I've worn 1,000 times? It's
The
the
chat.
you know, one of the themes of my life. I want to believe in all that, but Shane just kind of nailed it. Also, I don't believe shit that I see most of the time. I'm not saying it's not. I've witnessed some stuff before that. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen an alien, but yeah, I don't know. I'd like to think that this would all be for nothing. You know, but what do I know? The Earth is probably flat. There's no aliens.
This is not flat.
It might be.
It's not though.
You,
Airline traffic wouldn't work if it was flat.
You know, you've been brainwashed to believe in the globe Earth model.
7,000 years ago, they learned the Earth was round.
Yeah, so that's something there that I described something to Bettina one time that I saw, and Bettina was like this. I'm like, yep. And he's like, I saw the same shit too. And then what we both described to each other. I have a text message from my buddy. Let's see, the backpack shitter.
Oh, okay.
So here, I will take a screenshot of this and share this.
Agreed, Tina.
All right, let me get this to my...
I do believe in NASA.
Of course you do. You've bought into the lie. That's what we've all been conditioned to believe. You made a video saying how much flat Earth is.
He did not say Hucklebearer, Shane. You know, his book is even called Huckleberry.
All right, so I got this. I hadn't talked to Roy in about a year, and he sends me this text message. Remember that UFO that me, you, and Matt saw when we were teenagers? Boom.
Oh, dang.
That's it. That's what we were always trying to describe to people.
Dude, I've heard of this before.
Now, this is like some weird 4chan something or other. You know, so I don't know how legit this is, but that was the first time I saw. I'm like, that's exactly what we saw. So,
dude, you're not alone, actually. Like, I've seen videos where they've talked about something very similar to that, actually.
no one ever believed us. It was me, the backpack shitter, and the Matt that he's referring to. I told you they had the wars where they would wipe their ass on their parents' things. That Roy and Matt. But we were sitting in Matt's backyard, and yes, we were on Pluto, on copious amounts of psilocybin. We're sitting around the little fire pit that Matt had in his backyard, and we're all literally just staring up. And out of nowhere, this thing just showed up, and we're like, "This! Everybody has to be seeing this! Oh my god, what is this giant thing hovering over us?" And it was way up in the sky. It's not like it was really low, but we're like, "Oh my god, are we really seeing this?" And then it took off out of nowhere. We're like, "What did we just see?" We didn't just see that. We have to be hallucinating. There's no way we just saw this, right?
Dude.
And no one ever believed that, "Oh, of course you guys saw you." No, I know what we saw. And then 25, 30 years later, Roy sends me this. Remember that UFO we saw when we were teenagers? I'm like, that's literally what we saw, man. So
that's crazy, man.
What's funny is I got detained. I ended up not getting actually arrested, but I got detained for skateboarding on the roof of the school.
Oh dang, just badass.
But yeah, so that's clearly. I mean, this is something that if I were to share again, they're showing like a U.S. patent on this thing, but it's from 2006, and this would have been 1996 when we saw this.
The thing that's like unique about that is not just the shape, but it's the central element.
Yeah, like it's literally like it's literally what we saw, and it had like little like half domes on the points, and that's like it was always so hard to describe it, and then as soon as I see it, I'm like, yeah, that's so now that's clearly a man-made thing. At the time, we're like, we just saw a spaceship, right? That's what we were convinced.
Yeah.
This is saying that this is a U.S. patented, flying freaking deal. So it's identified at this point, and it wasn't aliens. So,
but the question is like, but how does it fly, right? Because like that's the thing, with our current technology and like capabilities, we need to move air. And you need certain shapes to move air. That is not one of those shapes.
Yeah, that I don't know. But
see, and that's why like I was commenting on like the rate and like movement speed, because like as humans we're limited to certain types of movement. That's how you can tell if something's like abnormal, right? Like if it can't move like a helicopter or an airplane and accelerate the way those do, then like maybe it's a drone, and if it's not that, then it's definitely something freaking weird.
But yeah, so to be very clear, Gary, I'm not saying I saw aliens. I'm saying I saw that thing. I've never seen an alien. Although, I bet you I still have these photos. I bet you I still have these photos I can find. Maybe in my Google Drive. So, Maddie, I told you recently there was going to be someone coming over for Thanksgiving So, this woman, Stacy, is like, dude, Michelle saw some stuff and she's got the pictures to prove it. And I'm like, yeah, right. She's like, no, full on, like, this is going to change your mind. And I have to find these photos. I have to show them to you guys. Because what they proceeded to show me was just a freaking, like a weird reflection in a window. And I'm like, this is your damning evidence that there's extraterrestrials? Like, no. But if you zoom in, like if you zoom in right, I'm like, no. So let me see if I can. Where would I find these? I might have finally just deleted them.
Dang, Kyle. Dang.
Oh, it was great to see you, Petita. Oh, that's cold.
Dang.
Get it, Petita.
You're as cold as ice.
Ron Crow, exactly.
The SR-71 is amazing. Thank you.
Ron Crow.
Hey, Carrie. Hello.
if you like SR-71 stuff, like, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I have a piece of the SR-71 on my wall.
What sort of sorcery is this? I got my can. I shook it. It was liquidy. You could hear it sloshing. I opened it, and then the whole thing just instantly froze.
Oh, yeah. That's a phenomenon that happens.
Well, this is the worst time for it to happen. I want to drink this.
I can't find that picture, but I did just find.
It's so cold.
Here's me, and back when Tom Segura was still fat.
Huh. Is that Stacy?
No, that's Christina Przitsky, his wife.
Oh. That was my next guess.
That's from 2014. That's 10 years ago.
The cool thing about that titanium is the U.S. used shadow companies to get that titanium from Russia in order to build that plane to go spy on Russia.
Brian, part of the skin, dude. I'm too lazy to get up, so I'll take a picture of it.
I really would like to find these alien. What they said were alien photos.
There you go.
Mm.
That's its skin.
Yeah, I got this like frame made for it and stuff. This company called Plane Tags, they go to like airplane junkyards, and they'll cut up this. They'll buy sections of airplanes, cut up the skins, and they'll make these like tags. And they're actually quite large. They're at least like 4 inches. And you can get stuff from like AC-130s to like A-10 Warthogs to like F-15s to anything in between, like Boeing freaking airliners and like Pan Am, airplanes. And it's, I don't know, it's really cool. But the SR-71 ones are really hard to get because they go quick. And then the secondary market on them is insane because there's
yeah. Drop your link. Drop it.
Speaking of X-Files, while I'm searching, one of my greatest moments.
That's awesome.
That's Dealey's Plaza, and I just happen to be wearing my. That's the window right there. I'm standing on the X. I have to go deep to try to find these photos.
Stevie's diving deep. Everyone go check out Groundhog's Discord. I'm gonna click it right now.
Oh shit, Donnie. If you have any like links to that, I'd love to see it. That's freaking dope. I never heard of that.
Oh man.
Shane once destroyed a fighter jet. I have questions.
I will. Shane, I still have Shane Rich Neighbor and ask about the Nikes. Even though he said don't ask about the Nikes. I can't not ask about the Nikes. All right, fighter jet. Fighter jet's on there.
Okay.
We can, Scott. That'd be scary.
Can't find it.
Right now? Yes. Here. I'll send you the link.
Well, I'll be right back. In anticipation for this. I'll be right back.
Stevie will be right back.
Donnie, I just searched around Google. I couldn't find it. Craig, I think that was Boker. Boker does cool stuff like that. Like they made a knife out of like tank metal. And
Boker and battleships.
Yeah. I think it may have been Boker who did the P-51 aluminum. Don't quote me on that. I don't know for sure, but they're the most likely candidate.
I remember when you shared that. That was cool.
Oh yeah. Dude, the carbon fiber that aerospace uses is like shit you've never seen before. Like I've seen carbon fiber that was used in like the F-16s, and it doesn't look like it because it doesn't look like any carbon fiber you ever see. It's just like a black void. It's weird stuff, but it's laid up all directionally and stuff. It's really cool.
I'm one of those guys. A lot of the YouTube channels trash Boker. I've never had issues with them. I've liked them. I can't afford those ones though, where they like make it out of Sherman tanks and all that. I would love to get them, but I don't know. I like Boker. They're willing to do neat stuff.
Donnie, did you catch that neon sign link I posted earlier? If not, I'll share it again. Dude, I just had bad luck with Boker, but there's so much that they make that I really like and I want, or I at least want to try, Yeah, they have a lot of budget stuff that's really cool.
Ooh, we don't even have to pay to get that shirt off. It's already off.
Oh shit! What up, Shane?
So y'all guys want to hear the fighter jet story?
Wait for Stevie to come back though.
Oh, okay. It's a true story, by the way.
I have no doubt. You're one of the people that you could tell a story and I just instantly believe it.
But I don't tell bullshit stories, dude. I've put myself in a lot of stupid situations in my life.
Not coming back.
Stevie's mad that I'm on here.
There is nobody who ever should question whether or not Shane bullshits his stories, because Shane's got the facts to back him up.
Yeah, I've even got some facts that you can fact check if you don't believe it. But
yeah, Shane don't mess around. How you doing, brother? Oh shit!
There you go, Paul. Are we really waiting on Stevie? Is he really not coming back?
I'm back.
I'm back.
All right. So in 1991, I was at NAS Lemoore. That's Naval Air Station Lemoore. That's where all the fighter squadrons go when they're not at sea. They have like an aircraft carrier painted on the runway so they can practice landing in that small area. And when I got there, the base had just changed hands to a man named Captain Hart. Captain Hart was the base commanding officer. And on naval air stations, when you're the commanding officer of that base, they put your jet out in front of the main gate for the whole world to see. So if you drive up to NAS Lemoore, you see Captain Hart's A7 Harrier up on a pole. It's the real jet. But what people don't realize is that a fighter jet is literally just a rocket engine with some magnesium wrapped around it and a cockpit. So you take that rocket engine out, and it weighs little of nothing. You'd be shocked how light a fighter jet is when you take the engine out. Well, I had my appendix removed. If you heard what? What?
Oh, I'm just
okay.
Oh,
I had my appendix removed, and if you understand how the Navy works, everything's done in billets. So it's like you get assigned to jobs for 6 months at a time. And because I was on light duty, I couldn't work with the rest of my unit. I had all these weird jobs that they sent me on. And it was almost Christmas time, and they wanted to decorate Captain Hart's fighter jet for Christmas. So I was assigned to take all the guys in the brig. Now these aren't like hardened criminals. These are just guys that got drunk and did something dumb and are spending a couple of weeks in military jail. So I got all these fucking losers assigned to me to go decorate the fighter jet for Christmas. Because I was an electrician. The Navy, you're not allowed to use anything that plugs in if it's going to be used for more than so many hours. Because those lights were going to be on, they had to be hardwired in by an electrician. So I went and got them hardwired in, and we're stringing up lights on this fighter jet, to outline it so you can tell what it is at night. And I'm climbing out. I'm out past the cockpit, and I turn around, and one of the guys is scooting up the nose of the jet towards me, and I turn around, I was like, dude, stop right there, don't come any closer. Turn around, go back to what I'm doing, and what does he do? He comes closer. The fighter jet is sitting out in front of the base like this, nose up. I'm out here on the tip of it, and when this guy gets out here with me, keep in mind, this is right in front of Captain Hart's office. Oh. The fighter jet goes and crushes the whole air intake on the bottom of it and the nose cone of his fighter jet. I turn around and all these cats have ran. Yeah. So it's just me sitting on the front of the highest ranking officer on base's fighter jet with its nose turned up like this, looking into his window. I didn't get in trouble. They somebody had saw it and knew what happened. But yeah, they had to take it down. It destroyed his fighter jet.
You destroyed. You've been on a destroyed fighter jet.
Yeah, a 230-pound man wrecked a fucking multi-million-dollar A7 Harrier. Yeah, that was my claim to fame on base. Like everybody, by the end of the day, everybody knew who I was. Everybody knew what I had done.
That's funny, dude.
Even Captain Hart thought it was funny. I mean, the jet was never going to fly again. It had been decommitted. It was just out there for looks. But yeah,
that's awesome, though.
Yeah, I think Tanner may have been up that way. I know he's talked about Kelly Slater's artificial wave pool where they do the surfing is in Lemoore. He talked about it. I'm not sure if he's been up there though. Keep Shane away from the lawnmower. Yeah, that was one of the most embarrassing days of my, not the most embarrassing, but one of my most embarrassing days of my military service.
Dude, and you didn't end up in the brig or anything with like a reprimand?
There were so many windows right there. And everybody,
what happened?
Yes, because look, they all saw what happened. They saw the guy. Yeah. Those guys may have gotten more time, but dude, the paperwork I had to do.
It ruined the fighters.
I spent all day writing the same thing over and over and over.
All the different reports you had to fill out for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a multi-million-dollar fighter.
Yeah, it really did shock me. Like, I didn't feel comfortable with him coming out there just because of the center of balance on that thing, but I was really shocked at how flimsy, and there's nothing to those things.
Well, you would have thought they would have had the thing bolted down, for God's sake.
Yeah. It was just tilted up on a pole like this.
Oh, right. You know,
the weight distribution.
Yeah, the way they have them mounted when they want to put them on display, but like,
I'll bet accidents like that have probably cost the taxpayers tens of trillions of dollars.
Absolutely. You know what they do to a fighter jet that catches on fire, right? They push it off in the ocean.
Yeah.
Really?
Magnesium produces its own oxygen. You can't put it out.
Yeah.
If it catches on fire, you push it off in the ocean. And there's all kind of black market military video that you're not supposed to be able to get. There's video of where guys have videoed it burning at the bottom of the ocean. You can see it on fire.
Yeah.
It's still orange. We had videotapes of guys in Desert Storm. Like, you can have video or you can have audio. having the video with the audio, highly illegal. These VHS tapes were going around because those pilots say some pretty fucked up shit before they kill people, and if press got a hold of it, it's not a good look, you know. But we got to see a lot of that. You know, I've seen them fly over a group of just guys with, you know, AKs, turn around, fly back over, and carpet bomb them. Also illegal. That's against the Geneva Convention.
That's definitely some war crimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some crazy shit while I was in there. But the rich people next door, Maddie, my house was built. This was the servants' quarters for the mansion next door. If you Google Earth or whatever my address, you'll see it. There's literally a big multi-story white concrete mansion next door. When this house was built, it was the servants' quarters. They don't do that anymore, so I bought the house. But the reason I told you to ask me about that was we were talking about getting things in the mail that don't belong to you.
Uh-huh.
This was back when I was getting a Stevie or Kaiser knife every 3 or 4 days. And I got a box on my porch about this big. I instantly cut it open. And it was this strange object. It was like clear epoxy. And it had like, it kind of looked like an alien's hand with these balls on the end of it. Apparently it was a back massager. And when I opened it, I realized, oh shit, this is not mine. So I close it, and I look at the address and realize it's the next door neighbor. So I walk up their long ass driveway, knock on the door. And when she sees it, she's like, oh, did you get my package? I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. And I'm in the middle of trying to explain to her, you know, that I was expecting a package, so I just opened it. When she sees it's open, dude, you can see the hate on her face. And she looks at it and says, did you touch it? And I was like, well, yes, ma'am, I took it out of the box to see what it was. And she threw it down on her doorstep and shut the door in my face. It went away. Yeah. So there's a fence line that separates our property. I haven't touched that shit since that day. And it's all fucking overgrown and briars and weeds and all kind of nasty shit. And it runs the entire length of their property line.
What the
Wow.
hell?
One of the pores touched my massager.
Yeah.
I can't ever use this.
Yeah.
I've seen that in movies. I've never heard of that in the real world.
Oh, yeah. They owned, right?
What the hell?
The next block's over, they opened the very first fitness center in this town and made tons of money. She works for the richest real estate company in this town. He owned the fitness center and all that. Yeah, they're very wealthy. But yeah, I was more than offended.
Yeah, shit people.
Yeah. No, Maddie. We were talking about throwing the shitty toilet paper over the fence. That's what brought that up.
It was. It
I've
was.
never actually thrown shitty toilet paper over the fence, though. That was bullshit. That was just a joke. But, she gets stuck in the dryer. No, she ugly as hell. All they got is money.
After I heard that story, though, man, I wouldn't blame you for a second if you were tossing fucking Shane pies over the fence.
No, but I have ruined their property value. I feel bad about it sometimes. There's really a tree limb this big around that has grown through the chain link. Like the chain link is inside it.
The house would be worth $1 million if it wasn't worth for Shane.
I'll be so happy when I leave. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
She could have just went inside and thrown it in the garbage, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
But she literally threw it on the ground at my feet and shut the door in my face. What a bitch!
Did you take it though? Did you keep it?
No. I know what y'all are thinking. It wasn't. If this thing was used some kinky way for sex, I can't even wrap my head around it. It was definitely for deep tissue massage. But, yeah. Funny stuff. And the Nikes, you're not going to get that story out of me. Kyle knows it, but I'm not sharing that one publicly.
Man, I don't even fathom though. Like, how do you feel that way towards any human being and like operate in the world? Because the world must be an untouchable place for you.
Well, they already hate us because my dog barks and growls and runs the fence every time they're outside, and they know there's nothing they can do about it, and it pisses them off. And yeah, I'm surprised I didn't have to fill out a credit check just to live in this neighborhood. But everything around me is much nicer than my house. I'll put it that way. Not that my house is bad; it's just very small for this neighborhood.
Who cares, man? You're in a nice place.
Huh? I said, don't ask about the Nikes.
I know, but that immediately makes me write it down on the things to ask about. It's like when you tell someone, don't look down, the first thing they're going to do is...
That will require a phone call, Maddie, and I know that's not going to happen.
It'll happen. I talked to you on the phone once.
Yeah, well, that's up to you. I can't share that one publicly. But I still have them. There's still a pair of hot pink Nikes in the floorboard of my truck.
Okay, see, this is a good story then.
Not really. Y'all heard a lot of it. It's the whole story that makes it funny. But
imagine a giant thumb comes to your door.
That's a good point, Bettina. I didn't think about it that way. I guess I should have put myself in her shoes.
You say there has to be some sort of missing element to this.
Yeah. So what, the back massager story?
Yeah, for her to get so mad.
She was just disgusted that I touched it.
Did you come to the door topless?
No. I had clothes on and everything. I mean, she don't know who touched it before they put it in the box. You know what I mean? It probably came from China.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
She was upset that I touched it. Yeah, they've never waved. They clearly don't like us. The guy that lived here before me was, you could tell he was a tightwad, but he was very OCD about his yard. And I'm not. I don't think they appreciate me. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way I see it. She should have squirt her cold ass hose water on you. Yeah. Yeah.
No, Twisted Sis. I was about to say, everyone knows my birthday is in June.
I didn't know that.
6 deuce uno?
Yes. You can't say shot on here? What?
Weird.
Shiad.
Go be poor somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you
find these alien photos.
If you have my address, just Google Earth it and go next door. You'll see what I'm talking about. The difference between my house and that one.
Could someone post Shane's address in the chat, please?
All right,
I'm not going to say it publicly, but you're more than welcome to get it from Stevie.
Let's see.
It's probably a 3-4 acre, no, maybe 5 acre piece of property, and it's the whole thing is wrapped in a black wrought iron fence with like brick column corners. It's a nice pad, man. The name of this road I live on is Rickwood Street. There's only 2 houses on it, mine and that one, and they call it the Rickwood House. So any house in your town that has a name.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Did you find them?
Sharif, I thought those little pink things on your shirt. You know how when people go in to get the CGI mapping done of their body, they put all those little white dots on them? I thought that's what that was. I was like, why is that on his shirt? I didn't realize it was real.
Yeah, it's one of my shirts that I just like have for around the house. It looks like a freaking hospital gown sometimes. Like, you know, it's got one of those kind of patterns.
Kandahar Giant? What is a Kandahar Giant?
I just saw that on YouTube.
No,
you haven't seen that? YouTube's been trying to get me to watch it for about 3 days. Apparently, it's this. We're talking about the same thing, I think, YouTube Music Portal, but apparently it's this group of giants that they are saying built the pyramids and all this shit. I don't know. I didn't watch it because it didn't really strike my interest. But no, Gary, I don't live in a mobile home.
They got a swimming pool?
Yeah, they do. I think there's tennis courts back there too, isn't there?
Looks like that could be a tennis court, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they put it on the market like 5 times.
They've been saying that for a while. Yeah, and they often say it's Nephilim. But yeah.
What's Nephilim?
Nephilim are from the Bible where angels and humans mated. But that's where giants came from. Like David versus Goliath. Goliath came from the Nephilim.
Oh.
I've never in all my years heard that term before.
It's only mentioned in the Old Testament.
Yeah, like you remember when Russell Crowe did the Noah's Ark movie?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know, but I'm not very well biblically educated. I know y'all don't like talking about religion, but forget whether you believe any of it or not. But I didn't realize that in the Bible, the importance of that it had never rained. But it had never rained before Noah's Ark. Ever. So when the water started falling from the sky, it freaked people out because that had never happened.
It was the first time it rained?
Yeah. But I asked because it struck my curiosity, and I asked, and apparently that was biblically correct. That apparently it had never rained before that.
Interesting.
You know what?
And the whole thing with the angels actually looking like big monsters and all that, apparently a lot of that is true to story too. They weren't these beautiful people with wings, and that's just something that religion made up.
No shit.
Have you ever Googled like biblically accurate angels?
No.
They try to design them how it's described in the Bible.
They actually describe that stuff in the.
They do. Like you have a lot of the angels have like a bunch of eyes on rings that rotate. But yeah,
where's a section of the Bible that describes that?
I don't know.
Way more interesting.
Yeah, like this thing comes at you.
I didn't realize that homosexuality was so prevalent in the Bible either.
Wait, what? This just took a weird turn. What?
I didn't realize that homosexuality played such a big part in the Old Testament either.
Oh.
Men sleeping with other, yeah. But I tried to read through it one time, and it created more questions in my mind than it gave me answers, so I just stopped.
You thought the Bible was gay and tossed it?
I mean, that's one way to say it.
This book's gay.
Yeah. There's just a lot of things in there that I understand why they don't.
Sorry, I'm not trying to.
No, you're not offending me at all. There was a lot of things. Yeah, in the Old Testament. There's a lot of things in the Old Testament. I was like, what? You slept with who? Yeah, there was some weird stuff.
Yeah,
I started reading the Bible and it got all gay.
It did. Yeah, and you saw those angels Maddie was just talking about. I don't remember which group of men it were or what town it was in where the men wanted to have sex with them. And yeah, it was.
That was with Lot in Sodom.
Was it?
Oh, there's like a whole, like all sorts of. I have to learn about biblically accurate angels.
But Shane, on late night and stuff, we talk about any topic, religion. We'll even talk about politics. So
I don't mind talking about it as long as I won't be disrespectful about it if nobody else will. But as long as it doesn't get hateful.
We try to talk about it from like outside perspectives.
Right.
And no feelings getting hurt. Just
I'd like to think that we're all cool enough that we can have.
Yeah. I mean, it does make sense. Like, it makes sense that, you know, that if somebody tried to get into it and read it, it can make sense where that somebody be like, man, this is bullshit. I don't know. You know, it's hard to follow, man. There's some weird stuff in there.
It is. It is. But then you have some people that can actually explain it very eloquently.
Right.
You know, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have a hard opinion one way or another.
Yeah, and it makes sense too that it was it was men's account of what they saw and remembered. So you know, it's not perfect. It can be confusing.
well, on the outside, it's written by man, but the Bible says that it's God breathed.
Right.
So you have to.
I remember being really upset when I was a kid when who was Mary's brother that Jesus resurrected from the dead? What was his name?
Doug.
No. What was his? You don't remember? You remember Maddie?
Lazarus.
Was it Nazareth? Huh? No, it wasn't
Lazarus?
Nazareth.
That's who he resurrected.
Lazarus. Is that what you said? Lazarus or Lazarus?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lazarus. Now we got it. I was just kind of disappointed that in that story, you know, Jesus resurrected him, and then there's nothing. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, what did he do after that? You know, I expected some. You know, what did he go on to do with this regifted life? But no, there's nothing. He just stops.
Well, it goes through more miracles.
Yeah, but it doesn't explain what Lazarus did. If he was so worthy of being resurrected, it doesn't explain anything after that. It's just like gets to the resurrection and then nothing. But it's a very confusing book. I can understand why people would have a hard time following it.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that they don't talk about in the Bible that happened because they kind of mention it like in one verse and then move on. But like when Jesus died, there was a huge earthquake, and it talks about that the dead came to life. So like for a while there, all these towns, a bunch of dead people just kind of showed up again.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't talk about it ever again.
Really talk about zombies. Did they have to kill the brain? Just I don't know what happened to them.
They don't talk about it again. But like all those people were resurrected again, and they just casually mention it and move on.
Right. That's what I'm getting at. It's just the way they casually mention things and then just drop it.
A lot of times I think the stories were written like everyone was there, they saw it, so they don't put all those details because like, you were there.
Right.
Whereas these days we add all our details, so we would talk about it.
I never knew that there was a homoerotic zombie element to the Bible.
There is.
Bible's
you'll read some weird stuff, man.
Wild thing, man.
Yeah, and then when I had questions about it, like you know, every pastor I've ever asked about it, it was like, you know, none of that matters. Well, then why do we read it? You know, because once that matters, then why would we read it? Because it's quite confusing. Yeah. But anyway, what else do I want to talk about? Maybe I should get off here.
No. Not at all, man.
Yeah.
Did we trigger Donnie?
Yeah. But that's okay.
I don't think we triggered Donnie. I think nobody responded.
Donnie's just so sensitive.
I think nobody responded to him making fun of us.
No, he's a sensitive young soul.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Maybe he's lost and he needs to find Jesus.
Oh, that's true. That would help him.
Gary, I could talk about whatever I want on my channel. Go away.
I just don't think it has to be all that complicated, man. Just be good to people.
Right, Shane?
My wife is way more Christian educated than I am. And I won't ever forget having a conversation with her one time. And she's like, look, it all boils down to one sentence. Jesus just told us to love one another. It's all that matters. And if you love one another, you won't kill each other, you won't covet, you won't hate, you won't.
Yep.
All the above. So, that's really the only rule, is just to love one another.
That's what the New Testament is based on.
Right.
Yeah, and the way I've always looked at it is there's the Bible, and then there is how people interpret the Bible. And I think that's where I think the fundamental values and core of any religious, is a good message. It's the messengers sometimes that mess it up for the greater good. And that's where I think I've never had, because it's a core of everything, and I'm not a religious man, but I don't have any problem with religion. I told I don't know what the proper term, he was a born again Christian. I don't know what denomination that was, but I had a negative experience with him. He was my apprentice, and worked with him for like 2 years. And I knew that he'd pull out his pocket Bible every once in a while, and he wasn't really talking about it too much. And then one day out of the blue, he said something like, well, us Christian men, believe in, and I was like, well, hold on. I was like, you've known me for 2 years. What makes you think that I'm a Christian man? He's like, well, you have the same kind of morals and belief as I do. And I said, well, because you can have the same morals and not, I said, I'm not a Christian man. Right. And I'm not saying that in a negative way or anything, but it would be, I think, bad to consider myself a Christian because I don't, practice anything really. But again, I don't disbelieve all of their messages, and he just couldn't wrap around his head. He's like, no. If you don't believe, you can't have those morals. I'm like, well, I'm not being fake. Like I can love thy neighbor and treat your fellow man, and all that without having the religious aspect of my life, And
that dogmatic attitude is what turns people away too.
Yeah,
that is a messenger issue, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, when I was in college, in my first school in Indiana, they allowed born again Christian solicitors because the school was like mildly religious, like affiliated, right? Yeah. And one day they stopped me and they were preventing me from going to get dinner. So I just sat down and I said, like, listen, I'll pose a question to you. And if you answer it in a satisfactory way, I'll continue the conversation. If you don't, I'll move on. They're like, okay. I said, okay, if Jesus reaches everybody according to your belief structure, right? Like, what happens to the monk who's dedicated his life to spirituality when he dies, who's been praying in the Himalayas? He was like, oh, well, Jesus is like water and it will go through the cracks and reach him and his eternal soul will be saved. I said, let's be real, man. Like, if a missionary doesn't hop in a basket and isn't pulled up the mountainside, that man is never going to hear the word of Jesus, right? Yeah. So according to you, right, not according to religion, right, not according to Christianity, but according to you, what happens to this man? Said, oh, well, he's condemned and he's going to go to hell if he doesn't hear the word of Christ. And I said, I'm sorry, but I can't believe that. Yeah.
That is a tough question, and I've never had the answer for it either, and nor would I ever argue with anybody about it because I'm not educated enough. Somebody asked me one time why I believe it was real, and I only have one answer, and I think it's what separates us from every other mammal on the planet, and that is conviction. I know when I've done things wrong, I feel bad about them. And if you believe in evolution, animals only evolve for one reason, and that is to exist and survive and recreate. Yeah. Conviction is not necessary for any of those. And that's why feel like there's a difference between us and the rest of the animals? Why do we have conviction or guilt? None of it's necessary. But I don't know, man. I don't know the answers. I just know it's no different than, guys, there's 53 of us in here now. We couldn't have a conversation about blade steel, blade shape, and we can have a conversation about any of those things and all of us agree. You know what I mean? Because we all see everything so differently. But I respect whatever it is you believe in, Sharif. Hey man, I'm not trying to talk you out of that. I respect whatever
And
I the boat like Stevie basically.
I want to believe that this is so. I think we have Maddie's clearly much more, I guess, religious than we are, and he can listen to what we have to say, and we can listen to what he has to say. Right. And I want to think that more people are really like this. We just don't talk about it enough. Right. You know, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's taboo.
I think because everyone is so worried. When we're just having a conversation here. Yeah. Nobody wants to be disrespectful.
No,
it helps answer that one question: what happens after you die? You know, that's a question everybody wants an answer to, but people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
I like to know answers to questions.
I would love.
I'm also comfortable with not knowing things. Like I don't have to walk around all day worried about it. I'm okay not knowing.
I'm always a nervous wreck, so I'm always like, I gotta know.
But
I've done research in like ancient alien stuff, ancient religions, near-death experiences, all those stories.
That's why I said what I did earlier. It actually had somewhat of a religious undertone, but when I said I believe that anything's possible, I don't think science disproves religion, and I don't think religion disproves science. I think anything's possible. You know what I mean? We don't know the answers to everything.
Einstein said, like, the further he got with his like research and his understanding of the universe, he saw like the more and more he saw God there, right? So like there are a lot of scientists who get to like really, really high levels in their field, and they may have been like atheists before, and they become pseudo-spiritual because there are just things beyond our comprehension of like the current level of humanity.
I don't think there's ever been a story told though that's been told as many times as that one has.
Right.
And told the same way, and more of it be, proven. It seems like every 10 years there's something else that comes out that that I don't know. I just
I'll tell you that
it is odd that we have a hard time talking about it, and people get
I don't get it.
The thing for me,
that's
at least the way I see like spirituality, faith, religion, right, is it's ultimately a fundamental practice in accepting or becoming uncomfortable with not knowing, right? Like it tries to provide you with some answers and some guides to life, right? But ultimately it's to do that in the hopes of securing something better in what happens next. Like to me, like it's just trying to prepare you mentally to like.
It is weird that with all the different religions throughout since the beginning of time, they all led to something after. It's only the non-belief in any of it that doesn't believe in something after.
See, like I struggle with this, right? Because like on one hand, I would really, really love to believe that if I pass tomorrow, right, I get to be reunited with my mom, with my dogs and like all the animals that have passed, like all that stuff. I really desperately would love to believe that, right? But then like the scientific side of me like looks at the universe and looks at how like just kind of like neutral it is to things, and I'm kind of like, well, there may be nothingness, and I have to be uncomfortable with that concept too, like I don't know. So I go back and forth, but the one where I get to see my mom again makes me way happier.
Oh yeah. But, you know, I think everybody has their truth, you know, and they believe it, and that's fine. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, you don't. I'm definitely not here to convince somebody they're wrong.
No.
You know, that's why I don't speak of any of it. I don't speak of any of it as an absolute truth. And if you don't agree with me, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
I appreciate that about you, though, right? Like,
horror movie, what up?
we don't know.
And you know, I know this. I know that if you know, if it all is true, and what I believe, I've got a lot of answering to do, man. It's going to be a long day. You know, but
shit, man. Some of the jokes I told in the last week.
Yeah.
You're gonna die and get to heaven, and God's gonna be like a huge roll.
But I do kind of understand
right here.
I do kind of understand what Stevie's coworker was talking about. I don't agree with him, but I kind of understand where he's coming from, because if you don't believe, then really, what is the purpose of being a good person? What would you gain from it? Because we've all seen it. The evil and the wicked certainly profit from it. You know, they live better lives than we do. So I don't know.
I'll answer that for you, Shane, right? Because like my behavior doesn't stem for any spiritual or like religious basis, right? Like if I'm nice because I choose to be, right? If I'm horrible because I choose to be. But I actively make choices day to day because it just makes me feel better. I've tried being the other way, and I'm a much happier human being.
I had a conversation with a guy that I met on Xbox Live a few years ago. We got pretty close, and we were able to have an intelligent conversation about it without, you know, arguing or anything. And something he said really struck me. But he said, I don't know, man. All that just seems rather fantastical. I'd never heard anybody use that word before. Fantastical. And the minute he said it, I thought, well, I can understand that, but what you believe happened seems even more fantastical to me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, are you going to tell me that the hair lays on our arm in a downward fashion just purely out of chance? Like all of this is just purely accidental and out of chance? Man, that seems... You know, the fact that the male platypus has a poisonous barb, that was just by accident. I don't know. There's just too much randomness for it to be random. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
In my mind. But, you know.
And the complexity of things makes the randomness seem implausible.
Yeah.
It's like a motor just assembling itself out of nowhere.
Yeah. And, you know, just, hey, I've had this conversation more often than not when it comes to, you know, evolution and things like that. I'm fascinated by evolution, and I think evolution is real. I also think that, you know, it could be by design. I mean, it's very clear that things have evolved. You know, and maybe that's by design. That's the way it was supposed to happen. But, you know, it's just weird that... What are you showing me, Stevie? I can't hardly see it.
This is my stoned theory shirt.
And it's a good theory.
You know?
And that could be how we were created. You know, it doesn't give us a step-by-step breakdown. That very well could have been it. You know, because just like we said, there's so many questions. You know, when Adam and Eve sent Cain west to find a bride, where did she come from? You know, all there was Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel, and then Seth. Where's this bride in the West? You know, that's probably the very first question.
I thought you said Adam and Steve sent Kanye West out to find a bride.
I thought that
I was wondering where we were going with this.
Yeah.
It was like, did Shane get onto some rope or what?
Yeah. What's going on? Adam and Steve and Kanye West was there?
Yeah, Kanye West. I mean, He's proclaimed that he was Jesus before, so yeah.
Oh man,
I like that YouTube. Yeah,
but you know, it was weird how I used to be real guilty of. This is embarrassing, but like, you know, letting mainstream media make up my mind about things. And I remember at one point in time, man, I just thought, you know, I thought Muslims were just the most evil thing on the planet, because that's all I had been told. You know, these evil Muslims did this and they did that. I didn't know what a Muslim was. And then, of all things that opened my eyes to it, was the Marcus Luttrell movie. You know, and you realize that it was a Muslim that saved his life and took him in, and they, you know, people of that village lost their lives defending him. And I was like, oh, so it's not just generalized like the media has made it. They're not all evil, you know. And then I realized that, you know, after research, found out that ISIS, all of those had nothing to do with religion, man. Those were organized crime.
Exactly.
They were just Middle Eastern mafias.
Basically, yeah.
Constantine, they do say that, but we don't listen to rules around here.
Yeah.
No, like, you know, for
I'd be all about that if we were saying something to offend people. I don't think we're.
If we were cramming it down people's throats as well, that's another story.
Right.
But open discussion, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
And Cole, that's the reason I brought that up, though. I think why would that be beneficial or necessary for a mammal to survive? It's just, and I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. I'm just saying it's odd to me that with the theory of evolution, there's no reason for you to be a good guy.
God, fuck.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty powerful notion that you decided, you know, without any promise of anything or any belief, you decided to be a good person. That's
Javon. I sent you a link too, by the way, dude. If you
so, two things. Like, one, like,
sick, Captain Bruno.
One thing, like, when you were talking about Islam and stuff like that, like, I have a very different experience, you know, with Islam too, right? Being half Egyptian, like, I've been to Egypt, right? Like, 3 times a day there are prayer calls from the mosques. Like, guys go up in these towers on speakers, and it actually kind of sounds beautiful and it's interesting. It's almost like a vocal religious version of Big Ben, like, sounding off, like, you know, the time of day based on it, right? But then, like, as a kid, I comment to, like, my dad about how beautiful it is, and he's like, yeah, it wouldn't be if you knew how to translate it. And I'm like, oh, what is they saying? They're like, oh, you know, death to America and, like, shit like that.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, like, what the hell? And I'm sitting there as, like, a 12-year-old American kid in a foreign country, and I'm hearing that this guy is literally chanting it outside of the window of, like, my family's home. And, you know, saying, like, oh, the Christian devils and all this stuff, right? But then, like, you realize, like, the more people you meet and, like, interact with, most people are like that. Like, anywhere, any place, any time, right? Like, most humans are just like you and me. We're born into a situation and we're trying to figure out how to survive, right? Like, we crashed onto this rock. We were given, like, no tools except our bodies and our brains, you know, and we're trying to figure out how to survive and get across the finish line. That's it. Doesn't matter where you're born. That's it. So everybody's in the same situation. Some people have it shittier. Some people have it better. Everybody has their struggles. Treat everybody with love and respect. It's not that hard. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's trying to figure it out, bro.
And then you have moments like last night, again, you know, where some random guy we've never met, we have no idea what his financial standing is. They just show up and hear literally 2 minutes of a conversation and decide to do a kind thing. Where does that come from in the human psyche? You know, what creates that?
Right.
Apparently he felt, whether it was religious or not, he felt convicted. You know, he felt like, you know, he was able to do something, so he did. that's the one thing I disagree with Donnie the most on is I don't think we as a race are wholly bad, and need to be wiped from existence. I just think there's so much, there's so much beauty and goodness that comes from people, whether
there is
atheist or Christian or whatever. In all honesty, guys, it may be more impressive that an atheist could be a good person.
Right, because they're choosing to. They
right,
don't
they're just choosing to. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ugly out there, man, but I've seen a lot of beautiful moments in my life too that just made no sense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I hate people, but I wholly agree with you. Yeah.
I'm parched. Be right back.
Yeah.
Individuals are capable of immensely amazing things.
Donnie said, I don't think that you effing dolt. I don't know what a dolt is. That's what you told me, Donnie. Humans are wholly bad, and we don't even need to exist. I didn't make that up, and it wasn't an attack on you. You're not the only person I've heard say that. But I know, I can watch the news for 2 hours and see all this evil shit that is going on, and then I can watch my grandson chase his dog around the yard for 30 minutes, and it all seems worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
The is,
skeleton.
We don't need to know. That's the awesome part, man. Like, I'm here for the ride. Like, bro, like, think about it. Like, how crazy your life has been and how many things you've seen, right? Like, every single one of you. We all forget how many people we've interacted with, how many, moments we've had that we've completely forgotten about, and like how many lives like we've touched, like,
yeah,
like, I don't know, man. And there's so much more to come that, like, dude, it's kind of an amazing thing.
If we offer anything else on this planet, yeah.
The world is a pretty cool place.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, I think about the, but never mind, I'm not going to get in that either, because people don't agree with that either. But anyway.
But I'll say this, right? The world's an amazing place, and think about how lucky all of us are to be in the situation, right? Like, we're all sitting here hanging out on the internet, right? Like, meeting through knives. Like, there are people in this world who don't ever even get to have this, Like, this is pretty awesome. So
you are not bad, Demon Lock. You are good, man.
Yeah, nobody said you were bad.
Oh, no.
Like I said, I think it's amazing that
Tell us, Stevie.
With no promise of anything or no threat of anything, that some of those can still choose to be good people. Hats off to those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Demonok. Like, I'm one of those people. Like, I feel like that too, right? Like, I've never been fortunate enough to be one of the people who's felt like they've had the presence of God in their life. Like, people describe that feeling, and I'm like, dude, I wish I had that. You know what I mean? But that influences.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
That may be my fault for the way I chose to live. The only thing, when somebody asks me, the only feeling I've ever had that could back what I believe is conviction.
Conviction,
Make the right decision, or to realize that I did something that hurt somebody and not do it again. Because like I said, that wouldn't exist in a world that solely exists out of evolution. It's not a necessary emotion. It's not necessary for survival or recreation or any of that. I don't think there's never going to be an answer for that. So I don't search for it. But
yeah, man. Like,
well, horror movie. We always said No topics off limits. I mean, even Stevie's trying to start an abortion discussion.
Was he? We might as well go. No, we're not either. You and I won't go there.
Right.
You know what? A lot of people have a lot of things to say, so this is a good platform to say it.
Is it though?
It is. I mean, not like YouTube and so. I mean, like our channel. Just because everyone's being respectful. That's the key. As soon as it starts turning into like a brawl, that's when you have the problems. Because then you're trying to force your thoughts on people. But if you keep it respectful and just have your back and forth, there's nothing wrong with it.
You know, that's it. I don't know if you're disagreeing with me, but I mean that's exactly what I was saying. I think it's amazing to me that people can have morals and be good people without any promise of an afterlife or any threat of retribution. It's almost more impressive. You know, I think it says a lot about the human race. You know, that people are able to do that.
Yeah. For me, I love that we have like a group where we can actually like have a free exchange of ideas, and people like we're not down each other's throats. And I think that's like how most people are. You know what I mean? Like people want to talk. They want to like. I remember growing up and having these conversations with my friends, like, what's out there? What do I believe? And I feel like it's like a group of friends getting together and like saying, oh, how did you figure out how to fix the car? Right? Like everybody took different approaches to like, you know, fixing the carburetor in their own way. You know what I mean? And like they're sharing their approach. Nobody has to tell each other how to do. Maybe you did something that I can learn from, and you know, like you learn something from me. That's how we get better and evolve. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's cool is we just all float on this magical rock through space, and it's just awesome.
Dude, speaking of Maddie, oh, dude, if I had the money, I would have gotten you an amazing Christmas gift, but I am not that baller, right? There is a new watch that's been going around where it's like it's got the hour markers and like the minutes on the outside, and the center is like the planet Earth, and it's an actual like dome, and like the continents are there, and they're all in 3D and shit. There's a dude who was selling one on Blade Binge for like $500, and they're usually $1,200.
Oh, that's a lot of stretch.
Yeah,
I just can't bring myself to spend that much, any real amount of money on a watch. I get it. I see guys with a nice watch, and it does, you know, it gives me the impression that they're well put together and all that stuff. But I just, I've got a, you know, a Timex that tells me what time it is. I've never understood the allure of an expensive watch, but I don't get the allure of an expensive ink pen either. And you know,
it's literally the same logic we use with the knives, like verbatim. It's precision, it's design, it's craft.
Oh, I understand it. I can respect it. It's just not. It's just not for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can look at a tie frame lock and appreciate it and respect it, but it's not for me. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I'm stupid because I'd rather have a liner lock because it's a lesser knife. Where we came to that conclusion, I have no idea, but you know, that's just what I prefer. It works better for me.
I think people think liner locks are lesser because you see occasionally one will like bend a little bit, so they take that one picture and assume they're all just as weak,
right,
and not as strong as a frame lock.
Yeah, but I mean, on the other hand, how many times has the whole frame lock failure thing came up? You know, we have
where they just snap off.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Can we actually talk about like a dirty secret that nobody wants to admit?
What's that?
Liner locks, depending, of course, on the thickness of the steel, but most like the liner lock that's on the budget Graziosa, right? That kind of thickness, right? That will be stronger than a frame lock because of the properties of steel.
Right.
So
yeah,
if you,
I don't know what the ratio is, how much thicker the titanium has to be before it meets the same strength levels as steel. I don't know that, but I know it exists.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Once you add even just the slightest bit more material to the steel, titanium has to like come a lot further in order to match like the same strength properties, right? So like realistically, in all truth, a liner lock has the potential to be much stronger, but like it's not as desirable a material, and it's
my thing too is I've got OCD pretty bad, and like the first time I saw a Hinderer, I've always been a huge fan of Rick Hinderer's designs. The first time I saw a Hinderer, I thought, my God, that is just beautiful, man. And then Metal Complex turned it over, and I was like, the back side doesn't look the same as the front side. I was really disappointed. That's another thing I love about liner locks is you can get the exact same look.
Yeah, you can.
I appreciate that.
Yes, that's what I like.
From Donnie. It'll be.
This question's gonna get like 17,000 answers.
It'll be a liner lock.
Well, that's where I had a chance to have input on a custom build, and what did I ask for as opposed to I asked for a liner lock.
And I like that a lot because both sides of that knife looks good.
Yep.
I've seen people that went all out to try to make the frame lock side look as good as possible, and I appreciate that, but it's never, in my opinion, it's never going to look as good as if it were the same.
I like bolsters. Personally.
I will say a bolster lock. I'm much more. I think I do like a bolster lock more than a traditional liner lock, but I prefer. Give me liner locks all day, please.
Yeah, I prefer them too, and it's actually weird that
they're not as sensitive.
I like bar lock as much as I do, but as jacked up as my hands are, this angle, everything about it, I'm just lucky it works for me. Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people into buying one and then be like, man, I hate this lock. And I'm like, I feel bad that but I get it. It's not for everybody.
Ooh, by the way, Shane, one of these days, I want to come on your live and I want to talk about this.
Which one's that?
This is Teravantium steel.
I'd be glad to because I know nothing about it. So I would definitely be getting educated there.
Compression lock?
I'm not educated on it, but like, dude, it's some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I know Patina's a big fan of it.
That's who got me into it. But I mean, I also love the design of this thing with the Loveless shoot style blade.
Yeah, that is. I say all the time I'm not a fan of clip points, and that's not true. I'm just very picky.
Yeah, it's got to be a good clip point.
I like that clip point. I love the Buck 110, the shape of that blade.
Yeah.
It's just if you get it a little bit off, it just don't work for me.
Patina, another great subframe lock is the
CT
0850. I love this knife.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
This is a knife that would have never been on my radar, and then Satu sent it to me. And I was like, dude, I'm in love with that knife. And he's like, I ain't really fixing to sell it. Okay. And I couldn't find one anywhere at the time. And a week later, it showed up.
Is that the one that Patina has that he likes so much?
No, that's the...
Oh, here's the 0640. That's what's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
The 0640. Who designed that? Because it has a Emerson vibe to me.
It is an Emerson.
That makes perfect sense then.
It's based on one of his famous models called the Viper 3.
Okay. Those are my two ZTs.
Yeah, that
both,
40's badass.
both washer type, both washer subframe locks, and for everyone that is into action, it says you can't get smooth action on washers. These both defend.
That was my original argument with Lefty a long time ago. Was he was always talking about action, and I'm like, so if I disengage the lock,
it free falls,
and the blade free falls, is that perfect action? Yeah, it's $104, and that's exactly what this does.
Yeah.
There is no action better than this. I know that sounds crazy. There's action as good, but if you disengage the lock and it free falls, that's perfect action. So there's perfect action on a $104 knife. Yeah.
I mean, it's you want to know, and that's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about, right? Like, if your stuff is made with good tolerances, if you disengage the lock, it doesn't matter if it's on washers or bearings, it'll drop freely. Like, it's not actually a difficult thing to do.
I've also just got to the point to where it's cool if a knife has like awesome action, but I just simply no longer care about.
Yeah. I'm glad I was never that big on it to begin with. Like I said, I've always been able to appreciate it. Yeah, I bought the.
I'm not trying to, like, although my Hersey has broke in and I can like fidget with it if I want. Yeah. I don't need this knife to be fidgety,
I bought that QSP Pelican from Tri-State, and I don't know how many hours I've spent laying in the bed, and I would hold it at different angles and disengage that blade, and I would just kind of roll the handle and watch that blade just click. It was very satisfying, but I don't need all my knives to do that.
I had to go find my ZT. I forgot I used it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's that lasagna I ate for dinner. I cut Izzy's, but I fell asleep with the knife on the table, so I forgot to clean it off.
You're gonna lick it, aren't you?
Cheeto, I'm glad you changed your name again.
It got hard.
I have no issue you changing the second part, but I felt like it was a little disrespectful to go from Cheeto to Dorito. So let's keep it Cheeto.
Let's keep it Cheeto. Keep it Cheeto.
Derek, that's just a Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight. It was $104 when it came out. I will say this is probably the last lightweight I ever buy.
Can't do the lightweights.
I can't explain it. I say all the time I'm not bougie. I just don't like the way it feels.
No, I don't either.
It feels cheap, but I've got a set of AWT coming right now, so it won't feel that way long. But
Shane,
lightweight Spyderco.
What do you think about that clip point?
I like that. I don't. I say I like it, and I don't dislike it. I don't know that I'd buy it.
It's not a clip point.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
There's really a clip right there.
There's no clip on there.
It's not a gradual swoop to the tip.
No, but a clip doesn't need to have a gradual swoop. That's
a drop point would have a gradual swoop.
A drop point, yeah.
No, this is definitely not a drop point, because the tip is a drop point. The tips are in the top like 1/3 of the vertical space of the blade.
I've never heard it explained that way, but I don't know. Are you, E?
I think a drop point has a bare minimum height. It just drops to the point.
No, it does, because if you look, for example, at a Spyderco blade, those are considered to be clip points.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. A Spyderco paramilitary tube is considered a clip point blade. Yep, look it up. Look it up, bro.
It's funny, of all the hot topics we've been talking about tonight,
this is the most controversial.
This is gonna be the one that we're like, all right, all that bullshit we just talked about, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I'm almost ready to fight.
Yeah, dude.
This is what's gonna break up the band right here.
Okay, everyone.
I'm not gonna.
No.
Stick a
Don't
hill
put
to
it
die
to
on
a
there.
vote, Maddie. It's factual, right? Like it's not even up for debate. It is a clip.
That is not a drop point. And a
Bro,
EM2 is
look
not a
up
drop point.
Spyderco's website. What do
No,
they
they're
claim?
wrong too. They don't know what a drop point is.
Dude,
I mean, a clip point. Clip point.
You're saying Spyderco doesn't know what a clip point is?
Yeah, exactly. I think you're gonna lose that one.
I actually, Sharif. I mean, I can't agree with you because it you have a thumb wrap and then there's a clip.
Right.
Clearly,
No, it
goes all the way
drops
to the tip.
point.
This is a drop point.
See, thank you.
See how there's a gradual sweep down to the tip? That's a drop point.
Kyle, out of the two of us, who's the knife designer? Right.
Got $10 on the bald naked guy.
A point knife is a knife with a blade that has a clipped appearance, with the front third of the blade appearing to have been cut off. The tip can be straight or concave.
So it's just the front third.
Boom, lawyer motherfuckers.
But
Yours doesn't even look like it's been clipped.
It's the front 2/3, not 1/3.
Yeah.
It is, but that is up to the discretion, right? Like that is the front 2/3.
They do.
I will say,
Point.
That is not a. Stop it, Sharif.
I will say though, there might be right on a technicality, but no one looks at that blade, I think, traditionally, and says that's a clip point. The one you were just showing.
Yeah.
Oh, mine. Yeah.
The Aurelia. Okay. I think you can. But that
A
first
clip,
one,
a clip point to me is almost always concave.
Mhm.
If there's some concave to it, I don't care how long it is. I'm going to call it a clip point.
This
Matt,
is a
you
clip
wanna-
point.
Matt, you want to know
That's the point.
some shit too that'll fuck you up? The Grazioso, technically a clip point. It's a harpoon clip point.
No, it's not.
It is. It is.
Maddie's going to argue with the guy that designed it.
It's a harpoon clip point
There's no clip at all in there.
because the harpoon fills the clip. But if you follow the line of the swedge, the base of the swedge, it's a clip point.
Yeah, but since it's filled in,
Javon,
though,
I
it
knew
doesn't count.
that was coming. We're not going to have that argument. We're not going to have the reverse Tanto argument. I just think everything should be a Warncliffe. That would take all these questions away.
But I hate Warncliffes, except for like one. That's the problem.
Call that the Gimpy clip.
Okay. Check out my clip point hot dog, Sharif.
That's more
So what
like
is that,
a
Sharif?
big point hot dog.
Look. It's clipped right there. It's a clip point hot dog. Check it out, Sharif.
Bro,
Check it
it's
out.
A Persian. It's a Persian hot dog. Speaking of, I got one.
That's a
for you.
clip point.
Yes,
That's what he said.
it is a clip point.
I
I
think Sharif
can kind of see it, but
Okay.
if you asked me what the blade shape was, I don't think clip point would have been the first thing to come out of my mouth.
Like it's a harpoon clip point recurve. Like it's that's the blade shape technically. I love it. I love everybody.
Well,
like
my most hated blade shape, though, is the Texas Bowie, where the clip is wider at the clip than it is at the
Oh yeah.
It just disgusts me. I don't care how useful it is, because it's not more useful than a
Drop
what's
point.
the Filipino design? The Kukri.
First of all, really, is Blade HQ and their descriptions, which are notoriously inaccurate? Like,
What does Blade HQ say, though? What do they call it?
Drop point.
Yeah.
I will again agree with Sharif, though. Blade HQ is not a...
Again,
All right, fair enough. So we go to Kaiser.
designer.
I know. I know. But I understand that.
When you designed that, not one time did you ever say that's a clip point.
Wait. One more time. Designer.
No. When you were drawing this, not once did you say that's a clip point.
Dude, that is 100% what I designed it as. It's a clip point harpoon tanto.
Now you're just lying.
I'll tell you why.
Tanto?
Recurve clip
You don't
point.
even know what you're talking about now.
Harpoon. Part of the reason why is because this exact blade was partially the inspiration for the Grazioso blade, and this is a clip point.
I think Kyle brings
Craig Manson, I saw your message, by the way, and hit me up on IG.
I'm not changing the meanings of things. I'm just correcting your misunderstanding of things.
You ain't correcting nothing.
I am amused, though, in this community how we all sat here and argued about it. But it is always amusing to me. There's always somebody that's willing to just die on that hill and tell you that you're not only are you wrong, but you're stupid. I've never understood that.
We literally just got done like, we will never cram our thoughts down your throat.
Yeah,
we're all about tolerance. Hey, as long as it's respectful. And now we're like, Sharif, you piece of crap. You lied to our faces.
How dare you tell us what the knife you designed?
You don't know what the hell you're talking about, Sharif.
Yeah. Matthew Jeffers hit it. Modified clip point. That's all you have to do is put the word modified in front of it.
Kyle, you got my exact reference. That was what I was going for. Yeah, actually, I'll show you something funny.
I like how Donnie Sosa was going to bed, hung around for the whole religious talk, just long enough to lash out at me and then do it again. That is our boy, though.
Of course he is.
Freaking Donnie, dude.
Yeah.
And Kyle, this edge is held up so well.
Oh, sharpens?
Yeah, this was one I
Stevie, have you noticed the difference in knives that you sharpen? I can sharpen a knife and shave the hair on my arm really easily with it, and then I can have Kyle sharpen a knife and it'll shave the hair on my arm. But there's a huge difference. Mine don't stay that sharp for very long.
I've always wondered why, and I've never gone deep enough into it. The little bit of sharpening that I do, I will get a knife. And I'm like, oh man, this thing is sharp as hell. Then it seems like a week later, I'm like, what happened to my edge?
Right. I don't know what really use this thing. I'm sure Kyle could explain it. We would all fall asleep listening. But I'm sure there's a technical explanation for that. But that's why I let Kyle sharpen. I sharpen knives for my buddies, but Kyle sharpens my knives. Because they just stay sharp a whole lot longer, and I don't get it.
Real quick, I'll show you something that may help you guys understand.
Okay, just tell about a clip point.
You guys are holding it like this, right?
Yeah.
But as designed, it's actually like that.
So it's a drop point.
You just moved it a little.
So no, but that's the thing, right? If you look at the
tilted it 2 degrees there, that changes.
That changed the blade style because you tilted it 2 degrees.
No, but because
you guys are like this, but it should be like
I see now, Stevie. Stevie got the right angle.
Wait.
It all makes sense.
Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2.
It all makes sense now. Our bad, Steve. You were right all along.
This is why, dickbags. It's because of that's how you hold it, right? Because that's where
you're telling me if I tilt that tip up 2 degrees, I'm holding the knife wrong. I have changed the blade style by
then by
Street
that
size. No, we all went from not knowing what blade shapes are to now we don't even know how to hold a knife.
No. But by that logic, this is a clip point. Now it's a Persian. All right, so fuck off with that. Okay.
What is this?
That's a gas station knife.
I like they use your forehead as a backdrop so you can see the blade.
So what if I turn it down like this? Now is it still a gas station knife?
Now it's a nice pick.
Now is it a grail? What is it?
Dudes, I'm gonna have to, at least on my end, start a countdown timer here. Because
I got to be on the road in an hour.
Oh, dang. Javon's probably itching to get his going again.
Yeah, I should swing through Huntsville.
Yeah, I told Javon that I was I'm like, we've been averaging about 2.5 hours. And now here we are. We went way longer than we ever have in a while.
Well, we had a very nice religious discussion, no arguing, till like Sharif's now a piece of crap that doesn't know what he's talking about.
We thoroughly offended Donnie.
Oh, I don't think we really did.
Well, I don't know if we really did, but let's face it, Donnie could use some offending here and there.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
So Javon, are you gonna go? Right, because because of what else is going on? You really can't believe it.
Yeah. Cole, I'll call you and we'll talk about it, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll call and explain why the last 3.5 hours wasn't a waste of your time.
Well, I never, when I'm on a live stream, I never know what it's like to be listening to it. But I don't know. I didn't contribute as much as you guys did, but I do, not to sound like a broken record, I appreciate talking about this type of stuff.
Me too.
Tonight, I I consider all of you friends, and I like to know how, people think. And yeah, I don't think we stepped over any lines or anything. And
no, I don't think so either. I enjoy, me and Donnie talk outside of YouTube. I enjoy hearing other people's opinions on almost anything.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're not wrong there.
Yeah.
All right, Javon, cool.
Javon, as soon as we end, he's on 15.
I might, I don't know, I might be up for tomorrow's a day for the first time I don't have anything to do.
Good, I'll call you at 6 a.m. on my way.
Fuck you. I
I'm
could go
need some entertainment, buddy.
I thought about, I'm like, I haven't had a chance to go for a drive tomorrow. Then I was like, I also haven't just sat around and done nothing on a Saturday morning.
Yeah. Javon, if you go live, I'll be there, buddy, but I'll be in the car. I won't be able to comment, so just know that
you can say whatever you want about Shane. He can't talk back.
You guys are on the road trip with me, so.
Good night, Elcat.
But yeah, man, appreciate you mofos that did hang in there with us. Tommy, Mr. Sheehan, appreciate you hanging out.
I don't even remember how this even happened. This is just supposed to be about me destroying a fighter jet.
Yeah, you came on to talk about it. Then we talked about aliens, and then.
Well, yeah, you talk about the jet, and then aliens, and then the giants, which turned to Nephilim, which turned to religion, to liner locks, and now Sharif sucks.
That's how you know Maddie don't smoke weed. A weed smoker could have never backed the conversation up like that.
You gotta keep track of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll end it. So Javon's gonna go live in 15.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Feel free to give me a call, Demon Hawk. But yeah, I truly appreciate you mofos hanging out. And we'll see everybody in Javon's live. Also, don't forget we got Loot 10 T-Rex.
That's right.
Live at the lab tomorrow. New breed EDC. Go in. Pre-orders in for the Wingspan. Then you also have.
You show it again. No, really, it is. I haven't seen it. I've heard y'all talking about it. I like it.
Nice slender front flipper slot for
never mind.
I don't think this is not a knife for you, Shane.
No.
Is it a clip point?
Yeah, see?
You're a clip point now.
See what he did, Sharif?
Yeah.
Clip point. Drop point, clip point, drop point, clip point.
Wait. I do have something that will explain the difference right here.
Matty, just so you know, that whole I don't know who set it up, but that whole Be Up Day chat went straight to shit almost immediately. Just let me know where I need to be, what time, dude.
Come to my live December.
On your channel. It's on your channel, so I'm deeming you responsible. Tell me what time to be there and what I need to do. Do you want me to send the knife to you?
No, it's already on the way to Stevie. I think it's fine.
No.
I don't stay anywhere.
Kyle is holding on to it. We're not going to ship it until after the holidays. I think it's fair. Kyle,
is Kyle going to come on and show it?
I think Kyle should come on and show it.
Kyle can do that. Kyle can take some photos. I think it would be cool if Kyle came on and showed it off, being that he's got it, because there's really no sense.
No, there's no sense in
him trying to rush it to me.
Heck yeah, Derek.
And have it getting lost in the mail, right now. So I think and I don't think anyone will have an issue with it. As we auction it off, people are going to know, hey, we're going to wait a couple weeks before we actually send this out to you.
Get mixed up in the Christmas.
Not a single person is going to have an issue with that.
Nope.
This is, if there's ever been a giveaway, or not a giveaway, but a knife transaction that will absolutely be held 100% accountable for, it's this one. So, yeah. But then also, again, Pocket Metal is going to have some cool shit. And there's people that are donating other stuff to help with the auction. And it's an auction. It's not a raffle. It's an auction. I said in the chat not to take away from anyone else, but I feel that we should really kind of be highlighting the knife in Pocket Metal's art. I think that's, these things are two really awesome, well represented in the spirit of why we're doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this knife has touched, Shane, just the story behind it, from actually now getting it to Bill, and the story behind all that, having to go to Joe, having to go to Kyle. I think that's a very meaningful, perfect B-up knife. And then, Pocket Metal, who was just as close to Jason as any of us were in the artwork that he's been able to do to help pay tribute. And he's also going to try to have some more stuff available on the B-up store. I think that's where we should really try to highlight things. But yeah, I got the chat trying to move along again, and then love you, Vince. But damn, do you know how to ruin a freaking chat?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not just Vince. Every chat I've ever been in like that.
No, yeah.
I want to be able to go in and see 4 or 5 interactions. Right there's the information I was looking for.
Inevitably, though, and too many memes get caught up in there, and then side conversations, and before you know it, nope, can't find nothing. Like you said.
After about 4 scrolls, I'm like, fuck this, I'm leaving.
Yeah. So, but we will get it hammered out. Hey, we should just end this now. But Maddie, Wednesday is the 25th is a Wednesday also.
Oh, Christmas.
Jesus' birthday, you vanity.
I probably won't go live that day.
Well,
that's understandable.
Yeah, Ed, you're going to come on that day. I didn't reach out to individual people.
If you're going to do that, it's going to turn into a clusterfuck if you have too many people at one time. I have no problem coming on doing my part and leaving, and somebody coming doing their part and leaving.
If that's why
it's gonna be a mess.
I would say, if I had to throw my 2 cents in, which I don't, but I will. Here's everybody that wants to be on. All right, you should come on between this half hour and this half hour. You should come on between this half hour, because 4, you can do 4. You can do 4. You can't do 5. You can't do 6. And I mean, Kyle, yeah, I think even 3's the sweet spot. 4 is doable if you got 4 folks on that can understand how to have a conversation, for sure. But I think having 6 people on, 5, 6 people on, someone's not going to get a talk. A couple people aren't going to get a talk, and then when they do, everyone talks on each other. So I think there's got to, in my opinion, there should be some structure to it. And obviously, it's not going to be in stone. If it runs a little bit late, it runs a little bit late. But
Javon absolutely only get 30 minutes. And Shane, because I talk over people too.
And I can hop out too. I can go down to the back room there. So I mean, we can have people bouncing in and out.
I just want to get it to where we have Pocket Metal and KC on at the same time, and then everybody bow out and leave them together in the chat.
Let me tell you this: if you guys stick me with KC, it's going to be a bad situation.
This is B up day. We got to set all that aside. It's what Jason would want.
I know, and I don't have a personal issue with KC. Many people have asked me why I haven't attacked KC, and the honest truth is I don't think he can handle it. So I've just left him alone. But yeah, well, I got more out of this 5 minutes than I did that whole chat, so that works for me. All right, guys, love y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, have a safe drive, Shane.
I'll do it, man.
Later.
I was just popping in to say, yeah, having 5 people on a live stream is fucking stupid. All right.
Everyone, good night. Javon's going live in like 15, so get on there.
See y'all over there.
Good night, everyone.
This is a very, very good sandwich.